Well, welcome, everybody, to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show for Panthers fans by Panthers fans. We appreciate you spending your Friday evening here with the boys talking Panther football. And hey, baby, listen, if you would like to be a part of the discussion, well, then why don't you go ahead and make our day? Hit that button pinned at the top of the YouTube chat, join via StreamYard, be a part of the conversation that we're having here tonight on the Free for All. As we always say, for Panther fans, by Panther fans, you already know we're going to do it with the boys. You know them, you love them. He might tell you to shut the hell up. It's Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, I'm good today. Let me tell you what. Me and G-Baby been fussing on Twitter because he
What
thinks
else is new?
Jonathan Brooks should be elevated as a starter and Chuba Hubbard should be benched.
What?
And that's a stupid opinion.
We need
He
both of them.
also thinks that we have to draft a wide receiver with the first pick. Now, that's debatable, but more than likely, the best guys are going to be gone. And you know what? G-Baby, shut the hell up already.
But right now, we're looking at a
G-Baby
top
said
five
hook.
pick. Right now, we're looking
Right.
at a top five pick, and there's a lot of different options. And stick around, y'all,
Yeah.
because tonight, towards the end of the show, we're gonna do a mock draft. We're gonna start to look at some of these prospects for the Carolina Panthers. But yeah, man, let's jump into it. Next up, we got my man, my boy on the PC today, Jake the Snake. Jake, what up, brother?
Man, chilling, man. I said hell with it. I'm gonna go on the PC, try this shit out. Uh, but yeah, man, I'm having a good night, man. Hopefully everybody else is having a great Friday.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. Listen, you know I would never do this Friday show without the man himself, the brand ambassador, Diesel Skills. Deez, what's up, brother?
What is going on, Cody? I'm glad to be back on here. Another great Friday night with all my C3 brethren from the C3 Legion. I'll tell you what, don't be afraid to come on here and speak your mind. We're going to have some draft talk later on. A little bit of squabbling, a little bit of arguing is just kind of part of the free for all. That's just kind of the culture of the show. That's how it is. But don't let that deter you. We want you to be included. This is for the fans and by the fans. And all those people that hang around the Legion and C3 all the time, get in here and let your voice be heard. We miss all you guys and appreciate each and every one of you, along with all the great guys in the chat. Now, with that being said, the professor said not too long ago, he wanted a painting of that one-handed catch by Adam Thielen. And as you see tonight, my background here, or my photo, whatever you want to use, that is that painting of that one-handed catch by Adam Thielen. So shout out to the professor. We got it done for you. You didn't even have to commission the great Joe Bello. Here we go. Cody, I am ready to roll. Let's have a good talk tonight. There's no gatekeeping here on C3. Let's roll, my brother.
Let's roll. We appreciate you, brother. Next up, we got Nick from Tri-State joining the free for all. What up, Nick?
What's going on, Cody? What's up, fellas? Thank you for having me on. That's a fire paint. That's fire. That's a fire pick of Thielen right there. And it was a catch, by the way. BTW.
Oh, hell yeah, it was a catch. That was a catch all day, bro. All day. We got the Legion cooking up some Eagles this Sunday, man. You know we love it. All right, let me welcome somebody in here. I think it's a new person. We got E-Money Bentley. What's up, bro? Nah, taking a little bit too long for me. Yep, don't trust it. All right, boys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. For every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live, gentlemen, let's jump into it. The big question surrounding this matchup this Sunday: can the Carolina Panthers stop the freight train known as Saquon Barclay? They have been rolling. Right now, Barclay probably is the odds-on favorite for the offensive player of the year. I believe he has somewhere around 1,500 rushing yards, and he is on pace, believe it or not, to shatter the rushing record set by Eric Dickerson.
Now, extra game helps. That extra game helps.
Now the Panthers have had a very tough time stopping the run.
Saquon
Is there
better go for
any
250.
chance? Huh?
I said he better go for 250.
Oh,
250 yards.
Yeah, bro. Like the
that's
way I
my
look
question.
at it, Cody. We ain't been able to. Bucky Irvin and Rashad White just went for like 225, 230 combined on us, and you could combine those two, and it's not Saquon Barclay. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
The best thing the Panthers have going for them, and y'all understand this, is our pressure rate. Eagles' defensive pressure rate is ranked at number 26. They're near the bottom of the league, but they do outrank us in every other category.
Yeah, I mean the third and pass defense, bro. This is going to be a real test for Bryce, and I love the promise he's shown, and I hope he keeps it going. But this right here will determine for me because anyone could string together a few good games. It's sustaining it is what greatness is. You know, Bryce, has he shown the ability to make some elite throws? Absolutely, bro. I mean, you'd have to be a straight up hater to say you haven't seen elite throws from Bryce Young in the last 4 weeks, especially the last 2 games. Like super elite throws. Like I'm looking at the TV screen, like who is this guy? Where has he been? You know what I mean? Those types of throws. You know, so
yeah,
it's just about sustaining it. We all know this. You just got to keep doing it, brother. And I hope he do.
Same, man. Bryce has been such a pleasant surprise the past 4 weeks in a row now, man. But listen, we're definitely going to get to Bryce, and we're going to talk about is there anything still left for Bryce to prove. But let me go to you, Deez. Is there any chance that these Carolina Panthers stop the run this Sunday?
Well, I mean, there is absolutely there is a chance. You know, this Eagles team is the same Eagles team that broke down last year, losing 8 games on the way to the playoffs, only to get beat by Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So yes, they're absolutely. You know, we were sitting here last year during the playoffs and during that on the way on the lead up to the playoffs, we were talking about, is Nick Sirianni going to get fired? Then sure, he comes back this year. They acquire Saquon. He has a great year running the football, but that doesn't change who that team was last year. Could the same thing happen again? It most certainly could. That's the reason why they play the games on Sunday. Could we continue to improve? That's what Evero talked about in his presser yesterday, just continuing to improve on defense and how the coaching staff has put a lot of time into this defense and how they're trying to do the right things and improve each and every week. Now, on paper, it looks really bad. I get that. Okay, we're dead last in stopping the run. They're first in the league in rushing the ball. They don't have Kelsey, and it hasn't been a problem. And that's probably been one of the biggest things for Eagles fans to celebrate. Even though Kelsey retired, they had a guy come and step up in that center position. He's played great this year, and the offensive line has continued to roll. They added Saquon Barclay. Looks like the biggest mistake that the Giants ever made. Quoting Thomas Davis on that one, as a matter of fact. But yes, there is a chance, there is an opportunity for us to stifle or slow down that team. And one of the things that would do it would be a quick turnover. If we get a quick turnover and get into the end zone and get them down and get them out of their running game and get them trying to pass on us, then I think we'd have a better chance, Cody. There is a possibility, even though it may be slim.
Yeah, we have some Eagles fans in the chat room. Hey, hit up that link. And I saw one of y'all in the chat room earlier. Sometimes we get stream bombers, and I never know if it's some wild shit. But if you're looking to have a legit football conversation, we welcome it over here, man. Look, I know that the Panthers are the underdogs, and you made some good points, Steve. But man, to me, it's going to depend on this D line stepping up in a big way. Now, the Panthers, they released Panthers Huddle, and they were interviewing Dave Canales on the show. And, man, he really made it sound like he has a lot of trust in this defensive backfield to be able to make plays. Basically, saying this is almost a suffocating secondary that we have. Now, they have, in my opinion, played better than expectations, but we're still wondering, is it going to be enough to stop Saquon Barclay? They have an incredibly powerful offensive line. They're also getting Devonta Smith back. There's a lot of moving pieces. Pickle, what do the Panthers need to do to stop Saquon Barclay?
They need to cover their gaps. They need to attack the gaps. Don't step back and wait for him to come to them. They need to stop him and force Jalen Hurts to throw the ball. And to be honest with you, proof's in the pudding. Jalen Hurts is not as talented as the Eagles want, or they wouldn't be running Saquon all day. But they're running their running back because their quarterback is pathetic.
Oh, well, come on, Pickle. Come on.
I shouldn't say he's pathetic, but let's be real.
That's a stretch.
Okay, he's not one of the elite of the elites.
No, that's fair. He's definitely not an elite quarterback. He's an elite dual threat quarterback, but as far as pocket passing, throwing the ball, he's definitely far from elite as far as that.
Right.
Far from elite.
You get to take away them weapons.
He just throws it deep. He just throws it deep and says, "Screw it, Devontae or AJ's down there somewhere."
Yeah, and that's because he has those weapons. You take away those wide receivers, and who's he got?
Just Saquon.
Exactly, and that's why they're running Saquon all day, because the Eagles.
Hey, whoever has any background noise, mute your microphone while you're talking. If you have background noise,
the Eagles are good in the regular season, but once they hit the playoffs, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I mean,
you can say the same thing about the Bills though. In the past, once they get to the playoffs, they don't really go nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's definitely one of the better quarterbacks that we're going to face. How about this? And I know Dak is hurt, so this is a bad comparison. I would take Jalen Hurts over Dak Prescott at this point.
All day.
They've been in the playoffs. They're going to be in the playoffs this year. They were in the playoffs last year. What was it, the year before they went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
One of these years, yeah. So, this is a good team, and they've drafted really well. That entire defensive line they have is basically Georgia players.
Vic Fangio is a great defensive coordinator.
Is Georgia. That whole defense.
Vic Fangio. I knew when Vic Fangio signed over there, I'm like, that Eagles defense ain't gonna be bad no more with him over there, because he's utilizing Jalen Carter the right way. Jalen Carter's a force.
No, Jalen Carter is a force.
I was a fan of him.
Yeah. I was a fan of him originally, man, when he was coming to the draft. We got my man Chuck back in the free-for-all. What's up, Chuck?
Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's doing
Friday,
good.
Brother. Thank you, man.
Happy Friday. How's everybody feeling?
Doing good, man. Hey, let me ask you this. Do the Panthers have any shot of stopping Saquon Barclay from running all over us?
You know what? I'm going to have a prediction. I think he only runs for like 95 yards.
All
right.
Jalen Hurts will run.
Yeah, if Saquon has 95, that means Jalen Hurts is going to be pulling those read options. He's going to get a $117.
So hold on. So what makes you feel like we're going to be able to shut him down to under 100 yards?
Because here's the thing. I don't think that everyone is expecting the defense. I think Canales is planning for Saquon Barclay. So they're looking at the tape. Baker made that run for first down. Patrick Mahomes made that run. I think they're going to run Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is going to run.
Here's my thing on this. I think every team up to this point, game planning for Philly, their main priority was stopping Saquon Barclay. And no one's been able to do it. And we don't have the personnel, and this has the makings for Saquon to have a big day and for him to
250.
Not only getting the offensive players, but for him to get in the MVP race. If he goes for 250 and 2 touchdowns, which I think he absolutely can and possibly will. It can happen, and it possibly will. I can definitely see Saquon breaking a 70-yard touchdown on us.
Okay, that's fine. But I would say this before I leave. If Bryce plays the way and he has the same stats he had in Kansas City and he had last week, it's dead. The conversation is dead. I don't want to hear it no more because the Eagles defense is a good
valid.
Defense.
They're valid.
So if they have the same thing, we can't talk about Bryce anymore.
All right. Let's say this: if Barkley gets over 200 yards rushing, Ejiro should be fired before he leaves Philadelphia.
How much did Bucky go for?
Bucky went for like $150.
Yeah, okay. This is
Absolutely.
Saquon
I'm
Barclay, bro.
stand on
We're
that.
talking about 2 levels above that, bro. He better go for 250, 2 touchdowns, bro. Promise.
Easily, bro. He's gonna be running behind my lot.
I like the fact that Chuck has some optimism. You know, I think.
I think
if we hold him to 150, it's a win.
I don't think everyone thinks that Saquon's gonna get 200. I don't think there's gonna be like the game plan. I think if they're going to sell out, I think the Panthers are going to sell out to stop Saquon. But it's going to be a situation where Jalen Hurts runs for 100 too. I think it's going to be double. I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts running, and I think Horn needs to cover AJ Brown well to have a chance.
That's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough matchup for him.
Everyone's going to change his whole system.
I can see a Panther player ejected. A Panther defensive player ejected because they're going to hit Jalen Hurts, and the refs are going to be flag happy over what happened to Trevor.
They're going to eat that shit.
I mean, maybe, man. It's dude, this is going to be a real test. I think this is going to be a tougher test for the Carolina Panthers than the Kansas City Chiefs. Just because the Chiefs,
matchup wise.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles, their strength is built to go against by far our biggest defensive weakness. Go ahead, Chuck. You there?
Well, Kentucky's
Cody,
got a lot of idiots living in that state.
You think the Panthers will be in the spread?
Did y'all hear about the dude who placed $3.1 million on Philly money line?
Yeah,
yes,
there's a lot of idiots in
$3.1 million on the Panthers.
$3.1 million.
What, on
Philly money line.
On the Eagles to cover?
Money line. No, money line. Just money line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Vegas about to make some calls to the NFL. We might have a chance.
I mean,
they want that $3 million.
Hey, you never know, man.
It's also a good thing that we get to play the Eagles, man. We're about to learn a lot about this team. I'm talking about
for real.
It's going to pressure our rookies that we've seen so much progress out of. I mean, this is a great learning opportunity for these rookies, man. You're going to see one of the 4 teams in the NFL right now that's really elite from the top bottom down the roster. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. And Pickle brought up a good point, Cody. I'll throw it right back to you real quick. And I like the idea of Pickle said, if we really get exposed defensively out here, I mean, is that not putting the writing on the wall for Evero? Or are we just doubling down saying, well, Derek Brown got hurt, so it's okay? But, we don't give that same kind of grace to our offense. Our offense struggles. And we say, Bryce is working out, but it's not like Bryce has the greatest weapons. Bryce is out there doing this with a lot of younger players on the offensive side of the football. But we make all these excuses for the defense saying, well, everybody's hurt and Shaq's not here, But
it wasn't a good defense to start with.
Well, I didn't say it was, but they're also almost epically, historically the worst ever. So, I mean, we're not far from that. Giving up 7,200 yards, we're already the worst in the league as far as against the run. If we come out and look really bad, does that make people start calling for Evero's job, or are we just going to continue to push forward with the plan to implement a 3-4? And the same thing goes for Bryce. Do the Boo Birds come back out for Bryce if he has a bad game against a good defense? I mean, it just seems like a double standard in a lot of ways.
Absolutely. If Bryce has a bad game, you're going to see a massive amount of people scream, "See, I told you he was bad. Can't handle it."
Well, Ejiro Evero's on the last year of his deal anyways, right?
No. He has one more year after this year. But if you're going to rebuild the defense in the offseason, why start with the defensive coordinator? Ain't going to be here 1 year.
Well, but I mean, what do y'all think, though? I mean, we've been very critical of Ejiro Evero. There were even Pickle. One of y'all posted something about apparently people think that he can still get a head coaching job after this year if the defense continues to impress.
David Newton.
To me, that's a little bit wild. Was that David Newton?
Yeah. And Dave was just trying to get clicks on his timeline. At ESPN, they get paid. They get paid for, and they do get bonuses for how much they get clicks on their website. That's what a friend of mine who used to work at ESPN told me. So they get clicks. These writers get bonuses for how many people click on their on their little articles. So if it's Christmas times, he wants some money too.
Well, they put that stuff out there, Pickle, and Panthers fans fall for that kind of stuff, hook, line, and sinker. Right. How many times have we been asking the spaces, or how many picks are we going to get when Evero gets a head coaching job? When the reality of the situation was 2 years ago, he had 7 interviews for head coaching job. A year ago, he had 5, and then last year he only had 3. So the math tells you how many head coaching interviews he's going to have this time. 0, or maybe 1, if that. So, but he puts that kind of stuff out there for clicks, and I get that. But people really do believe that that's the case, and are not looking at the numbers and what this defense really is in the NFL. And it's still an NFL defense, and it's not like it's a ton of UDFAs out there starting. They're a decent veteran defense for the most part, and we give them a lot of grace for not being able to stop the run week in and week out. I mean, how many games does this defense have to lose for this Panthers team before we wake up and say, you know what, the offense is really playing well with a lot of young players that are developing good, but the defense hasn't really lived up to the bill? When is that going to happen?
It needs to happen. You know what? The one thing that I'll give Panther fans a lot of credit for, they sure do love them excuses. Yeah, I said it. Panther fans love to throw out excuses. Why? Because it's what they do best. Okay, if a coach sucks, they throw out an excuse on why. If a coach coaches great, they throw out the excuse on why he don't really look that good, but everybody else around him makes him look that good. Panther fans are damn well good at making up excuses for those folks who are pure trash and shouldn't be in the NFL.
See, hold on real quick.
Hold on, Ned. Let me introduce somebody into the show right quick. We got Panther Petro on the free for all. Panther Petro, how are you, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Yeah, just in California, and I'm on the road right now. Just wanted to listen in what you guys had to say.
Yes, sir, man. What do you think about this matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles? Saquon Barclay he really looked amazing this year, man. But do you think the Panthers can shut down that run enough of the Panthers offense to be competitive?
Well, I saw on ESPN that someone put down $3.1 million on the Eagles.
Yeah.
So someone sounds pretty confident. I don't know. Was that you?
It wasn't me.
Was it you?
Wasn't me.
It definitely wasn't me. I'll tell you that, brother.
I wish I had that money.
I mean,
just to bet on that. That's a boss move.
I mean, listen, don't misunderstand me.
$3.1 million, I damn sure wouldn't.
But listen here, man. Don't misunderstand me. I could if I wanted to. That's pocket change for real. But I'm just saying. Okay. Hey, I got that, bro. Everyone knows I got that. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, there was nothing that I would love more than to know that some salty ass Philly fan gets to lose big on the Panthers.
That'd be amazing.
Pulling off an upset, bro, that would be turned up. I would love that so much, man. But whether or not it happens,
the way for the Panthers to win, how do you see it happening?
So we need to force 5 turnovers.
You have to completely shut down the run, completely. On defense.
Well, and see, that's the thing. I don't even think you're going to be able to stop the run completely. I think the Panthers are going to have to play ball control offense. They're going to have to put together, 7, 8 minute, 9 minute drives, march down the field, run the football effectively with Chuba, bring in Jonathan Brooks as a bit of a change of pace.
Jonathan Brooks getting unleashed this weekend.
Yeah, let him have a little bit of a change of pace. And then I feel like if you're able to keep Philadelphia's offense off the field, then you're doing okay. But that's a problem, though, because that defensive line is vaunted, bro. They are for real.
We're going to have to protect the ball, too.
Have to.
And it's probably going to have to be a game where we play, like, ahead, like get out to, like, a 10-0 lead, something like that.
That won't even matter.
I'll be honest with you.
It's not impossible, man. It's not. I mean,
No,
I've
any given
seen-
Sunday for sure.
Yeah, I've seen weirder things happen before, but I don't know, man. It's just such a tough test. I understand that everyone thinks that we're the underdog, but in my mind, I'm also wanting to look at how does Bryce look against, let's be real, this is probably the best defense that he'll face all year.
Oh yeah, #1 defense in the league right now.
Definitely
overall.
the best since he's started playing again. So, yeah, this is a big opportunity for him to have another impressive performance with the lights on.
I don't know if you guys know there's a player on the Eagles right now, I think, who should get strong consideration for Defensive Player of the Year. His name is Zach Bond. Bro, y'all look up if you look at this man's stats right now, there's something it's something out of a Madden game, bro.
Yeah, he's putting up. They say he's putting up Luke Kuechly numbers.
Kuechly, yeah, even better, bro. They compared it to his Defensive Player of the Year. He has more sacks, more interceptions, more everything. It's kind of wild. He's a stud. He's an absolute stud. He ain't no Luke Kuechly, but he's having a Luke Kuechly type year, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild because it's like when you look at a situation where it's like if we hold Saquon to 150 yards, that's a win. That's bad. When you really dissect it, like if we hold Saquon to 150, to me that's a win. Like we did well if we held him to 150 because they you know what they're going to do, and they still do it. Baltimore has a way better front seven than us, and they knew what Philly was going to do, and they knew what. And Saquon busted one off, and Saquon was consistent through the whole game. He was getting 4 or 5 yard gains, and then what happens at the end of the game when the defense breaks down? Long one. And what's going to happen when Baltimore got Justin Matabike and we got LeBron Ray? So let's really put things into perspective here. It's not about giving Evero excuses. It's like Derek Brown goes out. Our best defensive player gets hurt first week of the season. You're rotating edge rushers throughout the whole process of DJ Wanham coming back. And look how much better our defense looks just with DJ Wanham coming back. So if to me, that's like, if you have Derek Brown with the impact of DJ Wanham, your defense already looks a lot better. Now you just need to get, another linebacker, another D lineman, and a playmaking corner. And now our defense is pretty solid. It's a couple pieces away, in my opinion, with the defense. Just literally a couple pieces away. We're not as far off as people think. We're not going to be a laughing stock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're not going to be that, bro. We're going to be all right.
If we come out of the go ahead, Pickle, and then I'm going to say something else.
But some of the issues with Evero is Sheena Quick reported it a few weeks ago.
Shout out her.
Last year, Evero and the entire defensive coaching staff wanted out of this team. But because they're under contract, Dan Morgan refused to let them. So, therefore, who's to say that at the end of this year, Evero don't demand to be released again? If that's the case, then
bye. There's the door.
Yeah, then there's no reason why you should keep him around.
Yeah, there's the door. Goodbye. I don't want nobody in Carolina on the Panthers organization if they don't want to be there. The fuck?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I was going to say is I just want us to look competitive. Because, boys, how about this? I'm going to pass this to Diesel Skills. Because, Deez, you've been putting forth the idea of this Moral Victory Monday. Well, Deez, I'm going to say something controversial, and y'all tell me what y'all think. I don't think there's anything that could happen going forward where the next following Monday isn't going to be Moral Victory Monday. Because let's say we go out there and get absolutely slaughtered, right? Well, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. We halfway expected that to begin with. But even if we lose, that's another better draft pick for the Carolina Panthers. If we come out and get a W, that means that we're continuing to show something that we're going to be able to build upon for the foreseeable future, something that we didn't see on this team earlier this year. I'm preparing for a Moral Victory Monday no matter what. Am I wrong in that assertion? How could it not be a Moral Victory Monday on Monday?
Well, that's what we need. Is we need one more piece, and it does. I mean, we're going to debate about it later, so I'm not going to touch on it a whole lot now. The offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, a few more pieces, like Nick, like he was saying. Hey, that's going to help out this team tremendously. That's why it is a moral victory Monday, keeping these games close. Yes, we knew the roster was bad. Yes, the fan base only expected 4 to 7 wins. Yes, we're on pace for that. Yes, our leading tackler on defense is Xavier Woods with over 80 tackles. That should tell you everything you need to know about our front seven. They're not good. They're bad. They're not getting the job done. They don't have gap containment. They're not filling those holes like Pickle was talking about earlier. All these things are true. Yes, we've given up over 2,000 yards rushing already this season. Yes, it is a moral victory each and every Monday. As long as we're able to get production out of some of these young players, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be Chow Smith-Wade. It can be Jatavion Sanders. It can be Excel. Any one of these guys, and certainly Bryce Young, any one of these guys playing well on Sunday, keeping us in these games, making these games close, and us taking a loss is an absolute moral victory because we can walk away with it and say, hey, we're improving. We're heading in the right direction. Even in the Matt Rule era, we weren't able to say that, Cody. We weren't developing those younger players. We had guys like Teddy Bridgewater playing well. We had guys like Robbie Anderson playing well. That's not really making the Panthers that much of a better team. But now what we're seeing is guys like Brooks making some explosive plays, being exciting, re-signing a Chuba Hubbard, him having his biggest game of his career with 150 yards on the ground. All these are moral victories. And yes, we're set up for another moral victory Monday as long as we can extrapolate the right things from the game. Cody, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah. I'm going to open it to the panel, man. Who thinks that, it's going to be a moral victory Monday no matter what? Or do you have the mindset that there's still just no such thing as a moral victory Monday? You're either winning or you're losing. Jump on.
I want to win. I want to win. Like, I really do.
I personally think if you do win, that's a culture setting win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
if we win, I'm just and that's a stretch, obviously. I'm not thinking we have really the slightest chance to win. But if we do, that's something that the team can grow on, and that's a literal culture setting win, because Dave Canales will go into that locker room after and tell these guys, look, you slugged it out with the dynasty of the Kansas City Chiefs, and we had a chance to almost win that game, and now we just came into Philly and beat them. It's not a fluke. It's not a fluke. So guys will start buying in, and it's starting to look like it's starting to, marinate a little bit. It's starting to marinate.
Yeah. I mean, you like you just said, that Kansas City game, if we was to beat the Eagles, man, you can definitely look at the Kansas City Chiefs game and this Eagles game as something that they can literally use to build their future going on to next year. I mean, it would matter so damn much if that's to happen.
Yeah. Lots of different ways that it can go, though.
Real quick, because I'm about to dip out. But as far as moral victory, I think it depends. The team situation and as far as moral victories, because yes, in our situation there is such thing as moral victories, and I said before the season started, I used the comparison of the Arizona Cardinals last year, how they ended the season, how their season was before Kyler, and how they ended when Kyler came back. It was a tale of two halves with them as far as they were competitive in every game, and it translated into this year. So if we can maybe possibly have that same type of formula where you finish this back half strong with Bryce coming back, finishing strong, now you have something to build on to next year, and it could translate over into next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we lose 38-3, I don't think there's such thing as a moral victory Monday. But if we lose 34-21 and Bryce plays well, and it's like, we just couldn't stop the run, and Jalen Hurts made a couple deep throws to Devontae and A.J. Brown one time. I was like, we did what we could. You know what I mean? But that would be a moral victory to me in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we gonna find out a lot. I think Jonathan Brooks is in for a day.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Sunday.
so too, man.
I think he's gonna get some. I think he's gonna get a lot of burn on the field. But y'all fellas have a good one. Much love.
All right,
have a
Nick.
good night. Have a great weekend.
All right,
Keep
Nick.
pounding.
Appreciate you, man. Thank
Yes,
you for
sir.
hopping on the free for all, brother. We will let Nick drop, and we will let my man Kyle 910. Kyle, what's up, brother? Welcome
Hey,
back.
how we doing, fellas?
How you doing, brother?
Dude, another great Friday, man. Just here to see another one. We got some Panthers talk going on, and I couldn't think of a better place to talk about it. Let's go. Keep it on.
Absolutely. Let me jump right to you then, man. How do you think the Panthers are going to deal with this run against Saquon Barclay? And hello to all the Philly fans in the chat. If y'all would like to come on, be a part of the discussion, hey, man, hit the link. Join the pinned StreamYard link at the top of the chat, man. Come on in. Talk ball.
Hey,
Cody.
Yeah.
if this,
Well, I was just
Go
gonna
ahead.
let Kyle finish his point.
All right, go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, well, here in Pantherland, we keep things positive towards our team. So I'm gonna say that Saquon Barclay is not gonna have his best season game against us. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Well, the amount of yards, we all know is going to be over 100. We're not really that great a run defense, but I would lean to say that he's not going to have a career day against us.
All right. So you're the second person who thinks that we might be able to sort of stifle Saquon a bit. All right, let's see. And we have a brand new person on the show. We have Zach in the building. Zach, welcome to the free for all. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
What doing, Zach?
Are you an Eagles fan joining the show, or are you a Panthers fan, bro?
I'm an Eagles fan, man.
All right, brother.
okay.
Thank you for
Well,
joining.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we appreciate you for coming on the show. Hey, give me your breakdown of this matchup, man. Look, we know y'all are the heavy favorites. Right now, y'all probably have the front runner for Offensive Player of the Year in Saquon Barclay. But
MVP.
How are you
MVP,
looking at this?
You mean MVP?
Oh, MVP. All right. My bad.
Listen, Zach. My name's Panther Pickle. Listen, I might agree with you. He should get that. I do. But let's be real. The MVP is a quarterback award. It's not. They don't want to give it to nobody else but a quarterback.
So let me ask you this.
I will say this though,
Hold
Pickle.
on.
If he breaks Eric Dickerson's record, then that
I still don't think they're going to do it.
be something worthy of an MVP.
He should. He should get it. Don't misunderstand that.
No, you're right. It does
They had
normally
to
go
give it
to him.
to
But
It
the
does
NFL
go
wouldn't
at
do
that
it.
point.
When Christian McCaffrey had all his yards, the NFL didn't do it.
But
The NFL do countless times had the opportunity to give it well-deserving athletes other than a quarterback, and they flat out won't do it.
It'd be
So then
interesting.
why if it's a quarterback award, and you look at Jalen's stats and you look at Josh Allen's stats, why is Jalen not up there as well?
Do we know the
don't have an
voting yet? Like, do we know the odds on
if I
favorite
voted
for
for it, I'd do it a lot. I would do it differently, but Jalen, you know what? Jalen probably doesn't get it because he doesn't cause the controversy that other quarterbacks like to do. Patrick Mahomes acts like he's a nice little innocent fella. Josh, I don't have an answer why he doesn't, but I know I was convinced a long time ago. I've been watching the NFL I'm 57 for probably 50 of those years. I do not believe that the MVP used to be given to the best player of the year. Now it's given to the best quarterback because the quarterback, to the NFL's logic, is what sells tickets. It's what sells merchandise, and
So,
the NFL's got a lot of screwed up logic. But
So hold on, look. Right now, according to Vegas Insider, they sort of kind of lump all of them together. Josh Allen right now is the odds-on favorite to win MVP. Followed right behind him is Saquon Barclay, then Lamar Jackson and Jared Goff. I mean, listen, to me, if there was ever going to be a year where a running back would win the award, it would be this one. So, hold on, Pickle. Let me go to Zach. Zach, what did you feel about this matchup? Is this just another easy dub for Philly?
I mean, look, there's no easy dubs in the NFL any given Sunday, right? But here's the thing: is we're on a tear right now. I don't know if Bryce Young has played really well, and I'm glad you guys have put him back in the starting role because I think that is a smart move. You know what I mean? But this defense, I don't know if you guys will be able to withstand what we got going on. I'm going to be honest. And this offense is rolling, but that defense is on a tear.
Who's the best pass rusher on your team right now? On your front seven?
Ooh. I mean, obviously Jalen Carter. But you got guys like Josh Sweat that are starting to come on, and Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith has played phenomenal in the last 6 games since he got a starting role. I mean, we lost BG, which is big, but still, we got guys stepping up right now that are playing out of their mind.
Zach, you look like that one guy from that video with Jason Kelsey. Is that you?
That is me.
That got all giddy?
That's me.
Oh my God! You guys see that video?
Wait, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. Wait, what video? What? I don't even know. I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never seen this.
Tell him.
So, Eagles-Rams game, Jason Kelsey was walking down the tailgate, stopped at our tailgate, made a slab shot, beer pong shot, walked off, dropped the mic, and walked off. And it went a little viral.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh shit! That's what's up though. Nah, dude, that's fucking awesome.
That was honestly it was legendary. I mean, starstruck. I'll tell you that. That's a Philly legend right there.
Yeah, man. Probably the best, one of, if not the best center to ever play, at least in the current era. You know what I mean? That's pretty easy to say. Y'all have gotten Devonta Smith back, right? He'll be
supposedly he's playing this week.
Okay. Now, what do you make of the Panthers offense? Before we I'll bounce around real quick here, but what do you make of the Panthers offense? Bryce Young playing a lot better.
Man, much better.
Distributing the ball, not looking like a bust anymore. He was looking like that earlier. What is what do you look at when you see this Panthers offense? What do you think is something that Philly might have to worry about, if anything?
I mean, Chuba. That's your guy. Chuba. Okay. He's the guy that we got to look out for the most. I mean, he had the big fumble last week, but it happens. But yeah, Bryce, man, he's played much, much better. He looks way more decisive. My buddy that's a Panthers fan, I always tell him that I've been hoping that he was going to become something because I liked him in college. Yeah. And I feel like he didn't get a fair shake, but also at the same time, I feel like benching him was the right move.
Right.
Maybe it allowed him to see the field a little bit better from the sideline and see what Andy Dalton was doing to make decisions wise. And I feel like it helped quite a bit. And you guys are hopefully in good hands for the future here.
Yeah, we have some very talented young players too. Jatavion Sanders was the second tight end taken in the draft. Jonathan Brooks in the second round. This will be his 3rd game back from IR. We have a talented offense for the future. Xavier, who we drafted in the 1st round. We have talent. We just have to put it all together.
I gotta ask you guys a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Miles Sanders, man.
Bro,
you can have him back.
Yeah,
y'all want him back.
Bro, it is not being anywhere near what he was with y'all, bro. Nothing.
You got a practice squad. Somebody practice squad, get ready to cut. We'll trade you Miles for him. What Miles Sanders, in my opinion, Miles Sanders is one of the worst free agent pickups that we've ever paid. By the time, not necessarily person himself, but when you add the contract into his lack of production, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, he was injured, but also it just seemed to be a lack of yards after contact. Like once they get their hands on him, bro is dead on arrival.
I'll tell you what as far as Panthers concerned, if there's an injured free agent or an injured person in the draft, you can bet your bottom ass dollar our front office is looking seriously at that person.
Hey, let me welcome
You
someone
can
into the
bet
show.
that money.
Hey, we got Javaris on the show. Javaris, what's up, brother?
Right, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear, man. You a Philadelphia Eagles fan?
Oh, I'm keep pounding, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go, brother.
Yeah,
How you doing today, man?
I live in Eagle territory though, but I'm definitely keep pounding.
Okay. All right. Respect. How do we stop Saquon Barclay this Sunday, bro?
Oh, put everybody and their mama on the line.
Still not gonna help.
Load the box.
Oh, damn.
Load the box. That's it.
Load the box.
I don't know how else you're going to do it because you still got Devontae Smith and AJ Brown out there. So, but
yeah,
I think he could be done. It's either that or we gotta get a car crash in. Another car crash.
Ugh, man, that's tough, dude. I mean, this is like I said earlier, this is the toughest matchup of the season. But yeah, y'all jump in on it, man. It's a free for all. We can take it in whatever direction we want to, man. But y'all thinking for this?
Washington, not Washington. The Eagles, Jacksonville. Why'd y'all play Jacksonville so close? I mean, you won, but it was like 28-23.
I mean, we had a block kick before half that went for a touchdown. I mean,
wow,
shit happens, man.
Yeah,
and that was at a time where we were still suspect.
Okay, I got you.
So you don't see shit happening on Sunday? Very similar in a special teams kind of setting or something like that. Where
you want my honest opinion?
Yeah, for sure.
I think we're gonna just dominate
in all three phases. Okay,
I think we dominate in all three phases.
Okay.
We're hot right now.
Like another Saints game.
This is technically these are the types of games that we call trap games, but we've been minimizing our mistakes and playing really good. So,
All right. When you say minimizing your mistakes, what are you, in your opinion, what are the Eagles' mistakes that they've been making that they corrected to get to the level that you're saying that they're at right now?
I mean, just start off with coaching. He's making good decisions when it comes to taking points and going for it on fourth. You go back to Atlanta. What was that? That game, we should have won that game. That game shouldn't even have been close. He wasn't taking points. He kept going for it on fourth down and not getting it. Jalen, he's not turning the ball over. You know what I mean? He's not fumbling. He's not throwing picks. I mean, he's viable to throw at least one pick a game. You never know. It just all depends on what the run game's doing and how that's going. And if he doesn't have to force the ball, then man, he's
hey, man,
he's a Pro Bowl quarterback. He's been in the Super Bowl.
I do have a question for you about your coach, Nick Sirianni. Earlier this year, he was shouting at Eagles fans, dude. Like he was wanting to fight people in the stands. I get it, man. Y'all fans are kind of crazy sometimes, bro. I'm just being real. Y'all have a reputation, but it seems like you have a love-hate relationship with the dude. Like, how do you feel about Sirianni? Is he going to be the one to bring y'all to a Super Bowl and win one? Like, do you trust him enough for that?
I mean, look, he's already in his, his third year as a head coach. We went to the Super Bowl, could have won that game. I mean, yeah, he makes some dumb bonehead decisions, but part of me, it is a love-hate relationship with him, but he's definitely, as of late, since he shaved his head, he's got the team rolling. You know what I mean? And he's not making those bad decisions. He's taking the points when we need to take the points. He's I don't know if he's really in the mix with the plays much anymore, but whatever decisions he's making, it's been working, and we're just going to keep riding. Yeah.
Would you say Hurts is taking care of the football pretty well, or is that something you would like to see him do better at? Like, because we have a very good corner in the form of Jaycee Horn. Jaycee Horn's a baller, but there's y'all have two really good wide receivers, so I don't even know who they plan to put him on. But how are you feeling about Jalen this year in comparison to other years?
I mean, if you go back to the Super Bowl year, what did we do well? We ran the ball well. What are we doing this year? We're running the ball better than anyone in the league. When you make it easy for Jalen to change the play at the line, make the decisions himself, not have him force the ball and feed Saquon, I mean, that's just a recipe to win.
Facts, man. All right, let me welcome in Alex, A14 Panthers, holding it down on the left coast. Alex, what's up, bro?
What's up, fellas? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, bro.
What's up?
Hey, how are you feeling about this matchup, dude? Going to Philly.
One thing, get this Zach guy out of here, bro.
Hey, man.
No, that's my buddy. That's my buddy. He's a Philly fan. That's what he's
all right. That's what's up.
Yeah. So, what do I think? Honestly, it's gonna be a long. I think it's gonna be a long day. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a tough one in Philly. Everything that our weaknesses are, like that's their strength. So it's kind of like it's gonna be a tough one. I think if we could stop the run, pray to God we could stop the run.
Good luck with that.
Pray to God we can stop the run.
Oh, come on, good luck. You know you don't mean that anyway.
Good luck with that. Good luck
if
with
we
that.
can.
No one's been able to do it. Not even the top defenses.
Yeah, I mean I understand.
Let me ask a question to everyone on here. Who is more of a threat to the Panthers offense? Zach Bond or Cooper DeJean?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, I can admit it, bro. Watching Cooper power drive Derrick Henry into the ground, that was pretty real, bro. And he's a rookie too, man. He's bucking all types of trends, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, this is for everyone, you know, because like we mentioned earlier, Zach Bond, he's looking like a young Luke Kuechly out there, bro. He's flying around, making plays, reading offenses. He's playing well. So who poses more of a threat to the Panthers offense? Zach Bond or Cooper DeJean? Is it DeJean or DeJean?
Man, what Quignon, man? What's Thielen gonna do? Your only weapon. You got Quintanamo Bay over there.
All right, I wouldn't say the only weapon, but
I definitely wouldn't go that far.
Who we got? Leggett. We got Leggett. You guys are talking about? Is he playing?
Yeah, he's playing, and Sanders.
Yeah, so Leggett will be playing.
He's played all year.
Sanders will be playing. Jonathan Brooks will be playing. Chuba's going to be playing. And David Moore, who's the seasoned veteran, is going to be playing. So, I mean,
David Moore is now, but Chuba,
he's reliable on third down when Adam Thielen's doubled. I'll take that 10 times out of 10.
Chuba's the guy that we got.
Chuba's gonna run
the guy that we got to be able to limit.
Look out for our tight ends.
We're not worried about your tight ends.
I'll just say that. You should be.
That's the arrogant answer. You might should be.
You still got Tremble? Tremblay?
Yeah.
Tremblay is
Tremble's
mostly he's just like out cuts and 5 yards out away from the line of scrimmage. Jatavion Sanders, Bryce will throw it to him double covered because he trusts him to get the jump ball, and he's like 6'2".
He's got nasty hands.
If we had Sanders for the last 2 games, the full game, I'm going to say we may have won that game.
Yeah, we're not talking about Miles, Zach. We're talking about.
Yeah, no, I know. We already had a discussion about Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
No one in here really likes that guy.
No.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. If I was the
trade
coach, Miles Sanders would be responsible for picking up the jock straps in the locker room.
Yeah. Jeez.
I didn't even know they had someone for that job. Pickle down. But
well, I don't need it. But if they needed one, Miles will handle it. No,
they better be paying.
He'd probably fumble it, so he probably couldn't do that.
Oh shit! Can't even hold them cups, bro. Damn, that's wild. But I mean, look, this matchup, like we kind of alluded to earlier, you know, I think if the Panthers are gonna win this game, if they have any chance, they got to play a ball control offense. They got to be able to run the football, keep Philadelphia's offense off the field, put together some long, sustained drives, try and put together 7, 8 minute drive. I know that's a daunting task, but I think whenever you have an offense like Philadelphia that has so many options, keep them off the field, man. You have Chuba running good. This offensive line still playing well. That's another thing, Zach. Don't sleep. This Panthers offense or offensive line is one of the most underrated offensive lines in the NFL, specifically our interior. So if y'all do come out there and wreck shop, that's a feather in y'all's cap, because this is not a bad offensive line right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't really been paying attention to the offensive line, but we got some dogs up front.
I know it.
Definitely do. But that's one thing we are able to do, and we're close to top in the league in terms of pass protection. So that is one thing we can do. We've got a great yards and run per carry with Chuba Hubbard. So those two things can really kind of keep us alive. And Pickle kind of touched on it with the tight ends. Ja'Tavion coming back. He's kind of our big play tight end, at least developing there for us. And winning the game is not as important as him just coming out and making some plays, like me and Cody were talking about earlier in the Moral Victory Monday. You got to remember that Tommy Tremble is up for a contract. This is his contract year. He's finally healthy. He did have like a 38-yard play with Bryce Young on a scramble last week. So Tremble's looking to make some more plays this week in this game too. So between our ability to protect Bryce Young and our ability to run the football, we can probably make some of those long drives like Cody is talking about. It doesn't mean that we're going to win this game, but we can probably keep it competitive deep into the second half, and that's what I'm looking forward to seeing, guys.
I mean, I don't really doubt that that the game will be competitive, especially in the first half. We're the worst first quarter team in the NFL scoring points wise. So realistically, you guys could take advantage of that first quarter and make it a game. But second half, I don't know. You guys gotta do something in the first half if you think you really got a shot in the second.
Yeah.
Can I say I think we have to utilize the tight ends a little bit. We're gonna have to make their linebackers guard them. Run some zones or something, because they start loading and blitzing, we might be in trouble.
Yeah, maybe, potentially. I mean, we're not – I mean, I don't really know. Would you say, Zach, Philly? I mean, y'all probably don't even have to blitz too much, do you?
I mean, we blitz our linebackers quite a bit.
Yeah.
Vaughn has, 4 sacks or 2.5 sacks or something like that. Kobe Dean, 2 sacks. Graham's out. Graham tore his tricep.
Is Graham out? Is he?
Tore his tricep.
Okay.
I hope y'all don't re-sign Josh Sweat. I want to sign him.
I don't think we will. I mean, we restructured him for one more year, and I think he's set to become a free agent. I mean, we got Nolan Smith and Hunt that are climbing up the ladder right now.
Yeah. Hey, man, let me welcome my man Cole back under the free-for-all. Cole, what's up, brother?
What's going on, Cody? I just wanted to chill out for the first hour and just be a listener, man. I was having a good time. Y'all having a good show, man. Glad to be here with y'all.
Appreciate you, bro. Listen, we've sort of been asking this to everyone, but how do the Panthers slow down Saquon Barclay, man? What is the recipe, if there even is one? Cole, you muted, bro. He popped in just to say, man, I was just chilling, hanging out, listening, bro.
My bad, Cody. I was talking. I walked away from my phone. We're going to need God. We're going to need Allah. We're going to need Buddha. We're probably going to need an entire military front to stop Saquon Barclay on Sunday, because that shit definitely probably ain't happening, my friend.
Damn.
It's really not.
We're going to need them aliens to help us, too.
Oh, shit, bro.
Cody, like 166 rushing yards per game is what our Carolina Panthers are giving up right now.
Yeah, and you saw Bucky Irving, 150 something. I mean, this is not Bucky Irving. This is Saquon Barclay.
They better hurt Bucky Irving next time we play Tampa Bay, is all I got to say. I don't give a damn.
He said go for kneecaps. Damn.
Make no excuse his little ass running up and down the field on Ejiro Evero's sorry-ass fucking defense. I can't wait till he's out of here.
Just see that stiff arm Bucky hit on Xavier Woods, like right on the helmet, knocking him right to the ground. It was awful. That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's bad, bro. It's embarrassing. We are historically bad on defense, and that is far beyond our roots and what the fuck we're built on.
Do any of y'all think Evero is still here with us next year?
As a
Hell no.
popcorn vendor, maybe.
No, Evero's probably gone.
It's hard to say though, because I mean I could see it going either way. Like I could see a world where we all understand that we're not going to rebuild a defense with a defensive coordinator that has one more year in his contract. But I could also see a world where if he kept the Kansas City game close, he keeps the Dallas game close and the Eagles game close. How does he not get at least looked at for another year? To see if he's worth extending. And he's already got that year in his contract. So it's as much as I'd like to see him out the door because this stupid 3-4 just doesn't work. I don't know. I can see it going either way.
It's tough. I mean, they don't have – I don't think they have the right personnel in there, like all the players and stuff.
Not even close.
It's not close. So it's just like – and I mean, you're missing a lot of your leader. I mean, Derek Brown is out. Shaq Thompson's out. There's guys that like I know Shaq Thompson's a little older, but I mean, like those kind of guys, those are your leaders, man. Like those are your dogs. So I mean, it's just it's been tough for him. We kind of focused all on the offensive side of the ball this last season, and so I'm hoping that this season we kind of focus a little, or this next offseason we focus a little bit more on the defensive side of the ball. So,
well, to me. In my opinion, that's why I've said that Bryce playing better, it makes the offseason so much easier. Because now we don't have to do this, well, we need to address the quarterback position. Now we can actually use free agency and use the draft to build this team around Bryce. Like, whether or not you believe Bryce Young is the future, he has at least proven himself to be the guy that you're going to start in year 3. And I think that, again, you have to give kudos to everyone on the staff who didn't give up on Bryce. The fact that they gave up so much to go up there and get him, that they didn't panic, that they remained calm, and they said, no, we're going to continue to try and build around Bryce. And, dude, that benching was the best thing that's ever happened to him. I mean, 100%. Straight up, it was easily the best 100%. Thing that ever happened. Yeah.
I don't think
much better, man. Go ahead.
I think it just built, he needed to build confidence back, and I think, it was a shock to him being benched. I don't know if that guy's ever been benched in his football career, going back to high school, college, all that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like with him being benched again, he was able to see the field, pick Andy's brain. I mean, Andy's a pro. He's not, he hasn't been the greatest pro, but he's had great seasons, with the Bengals and stuff. He knows what he's doing. So all that learning and time is perfect. The Panthers made the right move with that. And, you guys should be excited about that.
Yeah, no, we definitely are. I think most of us are. But that is a question I wanted to ask to everyone else, and I'll put it to the chat too. Does Bryce need to prove anything else to you? And if so, what? These past 4 games, they've been, a sigh of relief. Like I said, we're not having to redo the quarterback position. But, one of the things that I've said is, Tua Tagovailoa is showing he's not great in the cold weather games. And I think that's still a question we might have for Bryce one day. My question to everyone in here is there still something you need to see from Bryce? Or has Bryce shown you enough to be confident about his future here with the Panthers?
I got you, Cody. My biggest thing when he was drafted is, can he survive and play all 17 games throughout the season? So that would be my thing. I need to see him finish the season. Like, you're looking down the barrel, you have 3 wins, like, you're way behind everybody else, and everybody knows it. And like, I need to see you finish the season with the same integrity that you played with when you played Kansas City. Because if you do that, that makes me believe that you want to win, and you're not going to give up. So that would be the thing that I need to see, Cody, just per se.
And to me, Kyle, these conversations, they run together because Bryce Young's out here doing this with not the greatest weapons in the world. We just got Brooks really back and saw the most carries. And what I said for Brooks last week, like that was the first time he was featured on a drive. We saw Brooks get some carries the game before, but last week was the first time he was featured on a drive, and he almost got a touchdown for us. Definitely had some good plays. But you can even go back 5 games for Bryce Young, looking at his stats. I mean, 224 versus Denver, 171 versus New Orleans. Not so good versus the Giants, but we still got the win, 126, 263 versus KC, and then 298, of course, against Tampa Bay. So Bryce Young is doing that with his wide receiver group kind of rotating because of injuries and other things. And it's not and with backup Cade Mays playing center as well, if you want to point that out. Also, I mean, he's been able to do this despite his weapons. It's not like he's got the weapons that Baker Mayfield has down in Tampa Bay. It's not like he has the weapons that Sam Darnold has up in Minnesota. Bryce Young has done this largely on his own and making it happen with younger players. And that growth and development from those younger players, along with Bryce Young, is what's so exciting for the Panthers right now, win or lose, Cody. Moral victory Monday.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm feeling. Hey, let me ask y'all this. Do the Panthers need to go get a number 1 wide receiver, or do you think that there is one on this roster? And basically, this kind of boils down to, do you feel Xavier Leggett at some point in time can emerge into that wide receiver 1 prospect that we're looking for? Or do the Panthers still need to go out and find somebody that can really be the guy to take the top off the defense?
You can never have enough talent.
True. That's the truth.
So you definitely
even though Thielen's still a baller, last week proved it with the catches that he was making, man. But I think you guys go out and get a receiver. Why not? It's not going to hurt.
I think we need to go and find another a receiver number 2 on someone else's roster that thinks that they could be a 1, that isn't going to demand the targets, that isn't going to have the attitude, that isn't going to demand the money right away. And you get him on a 2-year deal, and he learns the offense, and him and X are competing for outside snaps. Worst case scenario, you've got 2 receivers that can play outside, regardless of which one starts. If the guy you bring in works out, then you put X on the other side, and then you got Coker inside. It's a win-win. The only way I think you lose this is if you go out and you spend $20 million on some guy who comes in here and has the same target demanding attitude that other ones around the league have, including Deontay Johnson. So that would be the only way I think you fuck it up. But
yeah.
You always need that wide receiver though that can run under that ball, like the one that floated over XL's head. He was a step faster. He would have been down the field in a touchdown pretty easily. It's just you need some speed, but you don't have to get it in the first round. I can tell you that.
I like T. Higgins, man. I just think he's not been healthy enough, man, to throw that type of money at him.
Someone's going to.
Yeah, no, someone's definitely
somebody definitely gonna do it.
My thing is T. Higgins to me is too much like the same thing of what we have. Like, listen, hey, I'm a Clemson fan. Okay, I love T. Higgins. We won a national championship with that dude. Okay, but I don't know. To me, T. Higgins and Xavier Leggett, to me, it's a little bit redundant. I feel like they're both jump ball receivers and not necessarily a burner. Now, Now, Xavier Leggett is not slow. I'm not trying to say that. No. But, like, bro, when you see even what Jerry Jeudy was able to do the other night to the Denver defense with the Browns, like, I remember there was one point in time where we were thinking about Jerry Jeudy, and then everyone got all pissed off because him and Steve Smith started beefing and shit. I would love to have Jerry Jeudy on this team right now, bro. I'm just saying. But in my mind, I don't know. I just don't know if T. Higgins, as much as I love him as a player, I don't know if he's the right answer for this offense right now. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Well, that's a big price.
I'm
tag,
with you,
too,
Cody.
for
We need a
team.
burner. We got to have a burner for sure. Badly.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Stonewall. Says I said just draft a wide receiver in the second or third round. Hey,
There's
it's
so many good
Isaiah
first round
Bond.
receivers, man.
Isaiah Bond.
Arizona State. You guys there's burners in this draft.
Okay. We just need so much defense, though, man. We need an edge. We need another linebacker. We need
A dual Carter.
I mean,
Penn
dude,
State. I'm telling you. I'm talking about somebody that can be better than
Okay.
Micah Parsons, man. I'm telling you, man. Love it.
Hey, man, let me welcome some people into the show. We got Sean back on the free-for-all. Sean, what up, dude?
Hey, man, I wanted to. Y'all was talking about. I had to jump in here for this one, man. Talking about receivers, picking receivers and second, like Jalen Coker's been hurt for a couple weeks, and people are already starting to forget that we got Jalen Coker not even in the draft, bro. And
undrafted.
also, people, they say Jerry Jeudy and T. Higgins, but also earlier, we was talking about, or y'all was talking about, culture, which is huge. You want somebody who wants to be here, right? Somebody who's going to work their ass off for this organization. Somebody who loves this fucking team, right?
Hell yeah.
Like, that's what feels important to me. But in the draft, in the first round, I think, that dude Abdul Carter, he's like another Micah Parsons, right? Like, man,
Potentially even better against the run. I mean, him, dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm talking about a guy that's going to tackle the running back. Because, I mean, Micah Parsons is fantastic. But there is some plays where it looks like he just gives up.
Yeah, like freaking somebody
Hey,
we
they
know.
said that about Julius Peppers at one point in time, man. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, man. People said that about Julius Peppers, that he was taking plays off. But
Oh well, I don't blame him. He was getting old, man.
I mean, they said that about him. They said that about him in his prime too. I don't know if that was.
I didn't know.
He
that,
definitely gave up on plays, but he is the GOAT.
He is. Hey man, let me welcome from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, Twan Don back on the free for all. What's up, Twan? Yo, Twan, you there? You're muted. Hello, Twan. I don't hear you, bro. You might
Yo,
have to
that
come
blinker is driving me nuts. Am I the? Bro.
Oh, y'all hear that? My bad.
Bro, I'm OCD as shit. It's only me, bro. I swear.
It's the
only
longest
me.
light in the world, too. So, my bad.
It's only me.
Nah, you're good.
I'm sorry, man.
No,
Yeah,
you're
it's all
good. But hey, man, listen, real quick. So I know we've been talking about Saquon Barclay a bunch. As of right now, Underdog Fantasy has Saquon listed at 110.5 rushing yards.
Oh, he getting over that. He getting over that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
took
safe
the over
bet.
two, man. I took the over.
Is that for the first half, Cody, or what?
No, that's
the whole game.
That's
oh man. They have him at,
hold on, y'all. I gotta go bet.
hold on.
Put my life on that one.
That's the bonus give me.
They have him at 20.5 rushing attempts. All right. Whatever.
No, I'd go under. I'd go under because he's going to get a lot of catches too.
Well, they have 2.5 receptions.
He doesn't catch the ball.
Take that over.
Hey, do they leave? Do y'all leave Saquon in when y'all beating the shit out of people? Because that's kind of important when you're betting on him.
Do we what?
Do y'all put Saquon on the bench when you're beating the shit out of people, or no?
I mean, in the fourth, if we're up 3 scores, yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Better take that into account, Cody.
Oh, he might
How
get
about this? Hey, let me ask Zach. They have him at 2.5 receptions. You said they don't really throw it to him that much.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I would like
3?
them to throw it to him more, but I mean, realistically, I mean, when I went to the Rams game, he had 2 catches that, one on the sideline and one on a screen that didn't go anywhere. He hasn't really averaged many catches. I mean, after that Atlanta game, we throw to him. We just don't throw to him a lot. I mean, you could take the over on that, but good luck.
Okay.
It's 2.5.
Well, hey, man.
There's a reason it's 2.5 and not 2.
Yeah, he don't get a lot.
No, you're right. You're right about that. Well, hey, man, listen, Underdog is the best place to place cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones are ice cold? Make your entries in just a few taps and turn your sports opinion into real money. They have vulture protection. If you select a designated running back to score a touchdown in your pick'em entry and they get vultured, they will rescue your entry. How about Red Zone Rush? A game you won't find anywhere else. Just pick whether or not a player will score a touchdown by swiping right for yes and left for no. Simple as that. Plus, your entry will be automatically boosted, and you'll get 51% profit boost when you play. Join over 5 million fans that are already playing on Underdog with their champs game. You could win money by making entries with your favorite players, man. Underdog Place is the best place to play champions. So sign up right now and deposit using our promo code C3P to get $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That is C3P. Use that code and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick on, man. We appreciate them. They're sponsoring us all the way through February. Must be 18 years of older, 18 years of age, 19 plus in Alabama, 19 plus in Nebraska, and 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-HOPE-New York or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. We appreciate them sponsoring us through February. Twan Don, let's try this one more time, bro. You in here, bro? Twan Don.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, bro. What's up, man?
Yeah, man. The champ is here.
Champ is here. How you living, bro?
I'm good.
Hey, man, how you feel we're gonna how we stopping Saquon, bro?
We not.
Fuck. Damn, bro. All right.
He can only stop himself. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's just who he is. You know, I mean, who stopped him this year?
That's what I was saying earlier. There's no one, not even.
It ain't got nothing to do with the Panthers. It's just nobody's been able to stop him.
Yeah. Do you feel he wins MVP? That's a tall one.
No, man. It's tough this year, bro. It's really
right now,
tough this year.
He's on pace to break Eric Dickerson's record.
If he does that, then yeah. You know, and then I mean, along with like one of the wildest plays we've ever seen in our lives.
That was insane.
Yeah, the backwards hurdle was a little insane.
That's crazy, man.
That's the most athletic.
We'll never see that shit again.
Ball game.
You know, wow. But,
hey, how good does it feel though that y'all have the owner of the Giants on record saying, I just don't know if I could stomach Saquon going to Philly. Bro, that's
there's nothing more than I love than seeing my division rivals just shaking in their boots.
Hell yeah, that's a real fan right there.
Especially Dallas. Fuck Dallas.
Fuck them. I hear that. Do you hate Dallas more than Giants?
Yeah, Giants. Who are they? Since Eli, they're nothing to us.
True facts. True.
And
they overpaid.
Washington
and they
overpaid on the rise, man. They
no, for real.
They're scary. Jaden is that guy's a player. He can really sling it.
No, for
You know
real.
what's crazy is that like before the Panthers, I was an Eagles fan, and
What
before that,
happened?
I was a Giants fan because I mean, obviously, I'm from New York. And then when Morris left, for people that's old enough to remember the running back Morris when they won the Super Bowl back then with him, then it's like the team started going in a different direction. With Philadelphia, I was a hardcore Philadelphia fan in college. And it was mainly because, I mean, I like the same type of quarterback. It was Randall Cunningham, bro. And, I love Randall Cunningham. I never seen a quarterback like him. He was like, to me, was like one of the original dual threat quarterbacks that could throw and just do it all and run and like all these amazing plays. He was Cam before Cam, if you ask me.
He was
The
the
dude
He was the first.
he even punted.
The
He got
91.
one
He
of
has
the
the record.
longest punts on record.
Yeah. Yep. He has 91-yard punt.
Man,
Longest punt
the dude
ever.
was insane. And then I don't know, man. Around the time when McNabb, I mean, well, not long before McNabb, was just they started making some crazy ass moves. And then to me, it seemed like everybody wanted to be an Eagles fan, and I was just looking for a new start when I got out of college and well, before I got ready to go to grad school, and the Panthers was it. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew Julius Peppers when he went to Carolina because I was in school at the same time. I graduated before him when I was at North Carolina Central. And I remember playing a pickup game against a basketball with him. And I just remember I ran into a pick on this dude and he almost fucking killed me. And I remember trying to.
Oh shit! Hold up. Oh, your connection dropped, Twan. I see you in the background, but it's not letting me put you in.
Damn.
Right in the middle of the story.
I know, right in the middle of the story. I want to hear the end of the story.
So I gotta ask you guys a question. I gotta ask you guys a question. Maybe
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
missed
go
it
ahead.
earlier.
Back, bro.
How many points do you guys think you're gonna put up? Because we haven't given up more than 18 since week 6.
About 45, brother.
45. I like the confidence.
14.
I like the confidence.
Let's
14
go.
points.
I wish.
I think we'll put up 20.
How about this? I'll
2
say
touchdowns, 2 field goals.
How about this, man? I'll say 21.
21? Okay.
21.
That's fair.
That's respectable.
Can
That's
we?
just a little bit
That's
over.
respectful, yeah.
Hey, that might even be a garbage time touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can we say Bryce? Who thinks Bryce is going to get over 265
Nobody.
yards, like passing?
No.
I
Oh,
do.
that's. Oh, I don't know, man.
You don't think he's going to have the
I
same
hope he gets
stats?
200. No, I hope he gets at least
He might
200.
have 260 total yards with his, using his legs, but
Yeah, that's
Yo,
why.
Cody, can you hear me?
I'm sorry. I should have.
Yeah, we hear you,
Yeah.
Twan.
Yeah, you got to
I
finish
should
that.
have said
Totally.
that instead. Yeah.
Yo,
I
am I
should have
loud and
said
clear?
that instead. That would be cool too. Like that's not bad either. 265 like total yards. That's not bad in my opinion.
All right, man. So let me finish my damn story.
Oh yeah, hey, he's back.
There he is.
Yeah, we all
So
wanted to
look,
hear it, bud.
so look, look. When a guy posts you, like when you try to arm check him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you're behind somebody defending, like the dude just made me feel like a girl, bro. You know what I'm saying? Peppers is fucking huge, bro, and he was like 6'6" on top of that shit. But and then when he went, the shit I used to get into back in the day with my old podcast, Cody, and people were trying to say, oh man, you didn't know Julius. People are like motherfuckers didn't go to college, bro. And it's just like, oh, he's lying. He didn't know Julius Peppers and blah blah blah. Like, man, you don't know who the fuck I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, Pep hit us up, man. I remember at the same time, Touche out of Charlotte, he went to West Charlotte. And he gave us tickets, and he said, "Yo, man, I was already interested in Carolina when they came out, but he's like, yo, I think I'm getting drafted to Carolina." And he used to give us tickets, and I was just like, fuck it, let's just go check it out. And because he played there, and we knew each other, and we were all acquainted with each other, and we used to do party and shit, like that's when I started fucking with the Panthers really, really, really hard, and then I just kind of let the Philadelphia thing go, and because it just seemed like it was so many fake Philadelphia Eagles fans starting to drop, and now I fucking hate the Eagles, man. No lie, because like a lot of people I went to school with are Eagles fans now. That's why I said so many were joining, and they never stop.
Oh, so they
talking
all
shit.
talk shit to you, man. They can't stop talking shit.
They never stop talking shit.
So on Underdog, they got Bryce at 197.5 passing yards. They got him at 0.5 passing touchdowns. 0.5
I'll take that over on both.
Over.
Yeah, 0.5 rushing and receiving
What's a half a
touchdown.
touchdown?
Bro.
Just
Yeah, bro.
one.
I feel like Bryce gonna ball out, even if it's like over that. Like he's still gonna look good, even though it's not like over like what we've been seeing. He's still gonna look good in my opinion, and hopefully we run the ball a lot and use a lot of like game management situations real smart, and we slow the game down a lot and keep them off the field, and that's the only way we're gonna win this game, like in a like magical situation, is if we like use time management well, and then get a few maybe a couple turnovers. That's the only way we're gonna win this game magically. But I do not expect us to win this game at all.
Yeah. So who's the number one defense in the
Eagles?
In the NFL?
Philly.
All right, so listen.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Listen, man. We gotta stop overreacting after something happens good to us. We gotta stop overreacting.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I'm telling you, we really set ourselves up for this type of shit. We gotta stop overreacting every time something good happens to us, man.
No. I don't get over it.
I overheard you guys with the T. Higgins shit earlier, and I wanted to get into that. But like, man, look, let's just stay young, bro. Let's stay fucking young, man. The young boys is doing it. Yeah, I mean, stay with the people.
Let's go.
We ready. Now we ready to go all in on somebody after a few games. Look,
I'm
man,
hyped.
Slow down.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm hype about
the Eagles,
Coker, bro.
I mean, this not just gonna be Bryce Young's biggest test. It's a lot of people's biggest test, And
yeah, exactly.
It ain't a Bryce Young game either. I mean, that offensive line is gonna be challenged. Our defense is definitely gonna get challenged. Bryce is gonna get challenged.
Yes, sir.
The receivers gonna get challenged. Jaycee Horn is gonna get challenged.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait for that matchup, though. I can't wait for that matchup.
Me too, man. I'm hype about it, man.
It could be ugly, man.
And they are too, man. They are
might get ugly.
I'm just go in there and do the best you can, man. If
just go in looking for improvement. Don't go in expecting no damn win.
Exactly, man.
You guys just want to be able to.
They are.
You want to see competition.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen. Like, even if
I want to see them compete. Yeah.
Even if it ended up being like the last 2 weeks, dude, we narrowly lost to the Chiefs.
Man, you should have beat them.
Yeah, and then we should have beat Tampa Bay. So it's like right now,
we should have ran the ball more.
But we have had 2 games where just some dumb shit prevented the Panthers from winning the game. Like, one was Patrick Mahomes. Then it was 2 missed field goals. It was a call that should have been a touchdown. That was a touchdown.
It was
that
a
wasn't
touchdown.
given to us. So
ain't heard nothing about it either.
Yeah, man.
Was not gonna let us beat. The Chiefs.
I hope, for the sake of our team, for the sake of our fans, that they come out there pissed the fuck off. Everybody's sleeping on them. Everybody's saying we ain't shit. Everyone's saying Philly coming to roll right over us. We should have won these past 2 games. I straight up hope that they're pissed the fuck off, playing like they ain't got shit to lose. Go out there and try and hit somebody, bro. Like, make it a fight. We're not expecting to go out there and get a W, but if we go out there and look competitive and stifle them at least some,
yes, sir.
Dude, that's another moral victory, man.
Let me say this, and that's when we're the best too. Whenever in our past, when everybody's looking down on us and doubting us, that's whenever we play our best, is it not?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know about that.
Come on, bro. Yes, it is, bro. Yes,
No,
it is.
Panthers
bro.
always play their best when nobody thinks man.
Yeah,
Shit.
absolutely, bro. Okay, come on,
I
man.
will say
Come
this though,
on,
man.
Let me get
I will
this
say
one,
this
bro.
though. I will say this though. It's time. Look, I think it's like with the team doing well and that. It's time for the Panthers fans, stop selling your fucking tickets, man.
Right, man.
For the love of God,
the team,
please.
The team is they doing the thing. You can see the potential. You can see the future. Stop selling your fucking tickets. Stop turning Bank of America Stadium into whatever fucking stadium that our visitors play in, bro.
Amen, either way, Eagles fans travel,
brother. Love that.
Stop selling your fucking tickets, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm
God,
tired of turning on my damn TV and I'm like, I see speckles of blue everywhere, and then whatever the damn away team is.
The only thing I can say is
like
a green on Sunday
out there, bro.
we play up. The Panthers play up to stiffer competition, and for whatever reason, these better teams kind of play down a little bit. So these games, like you called it earlier, a trap game. We are kind of known this season for making games that we should lose by a lot closer than people think. So if Philly ends up making some mistakes, it could end up meaning a whole lot more at the end of the game than people would care to admit. I would admit.
Making mistakes.
The only thing, Kyle, is they got so much talent that they can.
I'm just talking shit, bro.
They got so much talent that they can recover, bro.
We talked about Jalen earlier. He's taking care of the ball. Jalen is
bro.
not
I'm just
throwing
talking
picks. He's
shit,
not
man.
fumbling. When he doesn't turn over the ball, we win. It's just that is what happens.
Fuck the Eagles all day, bro.
Let me time out. Let me welcome somebody into the show.
Awesome.
From the Black Cat Panther Podcast, we got Poppin back on the show. What up, Pop?
Oh snap!
You know him, you love him. No, I'm gonna stop. What's up, guys?
Man, you was already on here, man. I thought you was gonna be over here when I got over here.
Nah, you got here before I did. I've been
listening.
listening.
You gonna invite me to the show and you ain't even here?
I mean, I'm black, man. We always late.
He said, you going to C3? I get over here. He ain't even here.
Hold on. Let me ask Pop. Pop, I've been asking this to everyone who comes on the show. How in the hell do the Carolina Panthers stop Saquon Barclay, if at all?
With the guard before the game.
A big ass bus.
You can't stop Saquon. The only thing you can do is everybody stay disciplined. That's the only way you're going to be able to beat
gang tackling.
Beat them. You got
gap assignment.
That's being disciplined. No matter how you put it, however you look at it, it's being disciplined. Right? That's the only way you're going to beat this team. It's not that they're unbeatable; they can be beaten. But we're a young team. We're still trying to learn how to win. It's a new scheme, and these guys have been up there. They've been on the mountaintop not too long ago. But we're not going to just lay down. I hope they don't. They just come here,
We ain't laid down for Kansas City. We didn't lay down for any of the rest of them. So
they've been together for a while. They drafted
and we laid down a lot last year. I'll be perfectly honest, but I
disagree with Twan. I disagree with Twan. Twan, you sell your damn tickets because them tickets should be lower for the product they put out in the field these last several years. Sell your tickets, man. We shouldn't have our tickets that high with what this organization, GMs and owners have done in the past couple of years.
Oh, you talking about from that
number
point?
5
I understand.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about as far as like your fandom, but our owners should be ashamed of themselves to have number 5 one of the most expensive tickets in the NFL.
I keep telling people he only cares about his money, bro. He don't give a fuck who packed the stadium, but that's another subject.
So I care about y'all money, man. Get you some wings from wherever your favorite place is. Get over to your homie's house, grab some beers and enjoy it. Or watch it with your family.
We got to start showing
spend a whole
out
bunch of money, man. That man should give us a
bad.
Card.
It looks optically bad on TV. It looks bad, bro.
My bad if y'all disagree. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, hey,
sell the team chance.
I mean, dude, you know what though? I'm almost happy that it's not at Bank of America Stadium, just because
we would have got overran again.
I just don't want to see fucking Eagles fans pat that bitch, bro. Like, you know, like straight up, man. Like, yeah, not this year, man. Not
So
this
what?
year.
Last time I went to an Eagles game, and my man up there, he's an Eagles fan, right? So if y'all don't know, man, for me, like the Eagles fans are some of the craziest motherfuckers in the NFL. They don't take winning well, and sometimes they don't take losing well, and sometimes they don't even take winning well. So like, man, I've been there twice in my whole life, and both times, bro, I almost got into some shit, bro. Eagles fans in the crowd, there's so many fucking fights inside of that building alone, bro. And then more or less if they lose, then you got to deal with these motherfuckers out there in the parking lot. So it's just like a lot of people are actually intimidated and coming to that field where their team was playing because Eagles fans, this man can tell you, that motherfuckers is wild, bro. You know, so if you ain't got no fight game, don't go to no Eagles game away, bro. It's
just don't talk ugly. Shit. You could come to the game, just don't talk shit.
I seen it. Cody, what's your answer to that question? I didn't hear your answer to that question. What's your answer to Saquon?
I mean, my answer to Saquon is it's on offense. It's run the ball effectively and don't let that offense get out on the field. Because I agree. I don't think that you're going to be able to shut him down too long because no one has. Twan said it earlier. It's like Panthers or not, no one has been able to stop Saquon. So, in my mind, you have to be able to run the ball and be able to march downfield. I'm talking like you need somewhere between 6 to 8 minute drives, bro. As tough as that might seem against this defensive line, and they're damn good, man. You know, they got that whole Georgia D line up there. Their front seven's balling. But in my mind, it's offensively. You have to keep them off the field because offensively they have too many ways to win, man. Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, obviously Saquon, you know, and Jalen Hurts is a threat to run the ball. So I don't know, man. To me, the answer is the offense being able to put a drive together and make it competitive. You know.
So I can tell you one way you can stop Saquon, and this is not just for the Panthers; it's for anybody.
Fumble, make him fumble.
You got to that too. You gotta challenge. And I know this is a big thing. I'm saying you gotta disrupt the Eagles' offensive line. You gotta disrupt them first.
Boom.
You gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you disrupt the line, then Saquon's not gonna do much because you'll be penetrated. The other way, in terms of us, Evero has got to call some fucking blitzes, bro. He can't sit back there and chill in this game, bro.
Yes,
and then you got nothing to lose.
Not a fucking corner blitz.
You gotta fucking go for it, bro.
Right.
You gotta go for some blitzes.
With fucking Dave Jackson.
You got no corner blitzes.
No more fucking corner blitzes. Real blitzes.
Some safety blitzes, some linebackers.
Yeah.
You cannot let them sit back there and pick you apart all game, bro.
Right.
Y'all are asking.
Fucking mad.
We're asking too much, Pickle. I know.
The reason I'm saying this is because everyone ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
We wouldn't blame him for doing it.
Stupid, bro. Like he gets on my fucking nerves, bro.
He
really does. With the goddamn corner blitzes,
defense.
What was asking too much?
I don't like how much
he might be a good head coach, but not a good play caller.
Yeah.
Because the guys do love him. Like the guys do. I know. I fucking hate it too. But the guys do love him. The guys do love him in the locker room. They really fucking
they love everybody.
They do.
Anybody's got a job.
They really do. They really do. Like he's a good coach. No, I'm just saying I'm trying to get a comp pick. Damn it. Pickle.
They're just not gonna anybody not. I don't think they love him.
That ain't gonna happen.
If they love Evero, then
wait. Would we actually get a comp pick for Evero if we lost?
If he got a head coach,
we got a head coach. We got two. You get two.
They're saying if he got a head coaching job, we would.
He has to get one after this.
Yeah.
But does anyone believe that he's getting a head coaching job?
Man, he's
Hell
no.
For the sake of what the fuck we need, absolutely, he's gonna get a head coaching job. He is the greatest coordinator of all time, and I need them fucking picks.
Y'all ask your own damn question.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Answer your own damn question. Look at across the league, and look at every team hiring for a head coach, and you ask yourself, unbiased, without propagating your Panther fandom, ask yourself, why in the hell would you hire Evero? Great defense. No. Does he produce one great stud somewhere on his defense? No. Does he even know how to steal one and make it work? No.
Nope.
Does he produce a phenomenal secondary? No.
Fuck no.
Trash team,
I like that question, Cody.
Put them together and make them great. No.
No.
Does he even do the basics of stop the run and occasionally blitz a passer?
We never stop the run, and we never blitz enough, man.
So
I wish
we're using a
he
DP.
don't even know how to do man coverages. He does strictly zone coverages. I mean, let's be real. The idiot won't even put your best corner on your best wide receiver. He was asked that this week. You know what he said? Well, we have occasionally things we do, and we're not going to share it with media. I said, so in other words, no, you don't like that idea.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck you, hold out information now for. We got 3 wins. Yeah.
I mean,
You fucking wizard, bro.
Everybody's excuse.
If that motherfucker been holding out, I'll be ready to kick his ass.
A lot of the folks making up excuses
Fuck you
are
holding out
right
for?
here on this panel. Right? A lot of folks want to make up the excuse. Well, he's had injured players. Oh, so now you're telling me that all his players need to be elite and never get hurt in order for him to be a competent defensive coordinator.
I mean, that's kind of how it works sometimes, right?
I mean, let's be real here. When he left Denver, Denver fans were real happy.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, look, I said it
That's
like
never
this,
a good
man.
sign, Bickle.
I don't think that he's the worst defensive coordinator in the league. Okay, that's fine.
He's holding the bitch's hand if he ain't.
Dude,
I'm
just saying, in my opinion, his time has come to an end here.
Yes.
I mean, how many years in a row are we
The
going to have
Bears are
this many
calling. The Bears are
problems?
calling. Hey ho.
I mean, how many years in a row
Let
we're
him
going to
go.
have this many problems stopping the
rules,
run and not blaming on Evero? Like, I know the defensive personnel has changed. We've had injuries. But, dude, it's like every year we know what the Achilles heel of the defense is. And to me, that's going to inform what we do in the draft this year. I think the front seven is probably going to be our priority in the draft and in free agency.
This is why you need a monster. This is why you need a monster without a fucking doubt leader on defense, usually at linebacker. And I know we still spoiled from Kuechly because a dominant linebacker, even when Evero calls a play, can read the field and go, we're in the wrong shit, and audible that shit, and audible that
Very
team
true,
out of
Todd.
that. We don't got nobody on our defense that would be willing to do that and deal with Evero on the sideline. Who the fuck was going to say something to Kuechly if he changed the play?
No damn body.
And Twan, my friend, let's
Very
be
good
real.
point.
Let's be real. I doubt seriously Evero allows his defense people to change the plays.
That's some bullshit.
I don't see nobody checking out of anything ever. I don't see nobody audible. Do you all ever see anybody audible? I don't.
No.
That's why my next show on Sunday is about the coaches. It's called Trust Issues. Issues.
I got trust issues. I got trust issues. I don't trust Evero. Period. If that man was broke down on the side of the Bristol Highway, if he was broke down on the side of the Bristol Highway, I doubt I pick him. No,
You don't trust him, and he don't trust his
I would
players.
pick him up just because I'm a Panther fan, and I'll wear his. By the time I get to wear, by the time I get to I doubt he ever wants to ride my
Hey, Pickle, he is the greatest defensive coordinator in the NFL history.
I
And
need
I
them
would hate
picks.
to lose. Wink,
Next
wink. I'd
Vince
hate to
Lombardi.
lose them for 2 third-rounders.
Next
Wink,
Vince
wink.
Lombardi. I need them picks.
Hey, Jake, you are you know you want to you know
I'm
what? There
hoping
is
Evero
no
gets a head
way in
coaching
hell
job.
anybody's going to trade. And there's no way anybody's going to hire him as head coach. I mean, you know,
He's
D's
top
no
5 though,
skills.
bro.
D's no skills said it. 2 years ago, he had 5 interviews for a head coach. Last year, he had 3. He had more offers for defensive coordinator jobs than he had interviews for a possible head coach job. And even then, half of the teams that interviewed him for a head coach only wanted to talk to him about defensive coordinator job because they had him open too.
But Pickle, can
That's
we be
facts.
mad at
And there's
him?
only just one second. Twan. There's only 2 teams in the NFL that have given up 41 touchdowns this season, and one of us is the Panthers, and then the other one is the Bengals. And we are ranked 31st in the league, giving up 392 yards per game on defense. And I just wanted to bring back the Saints game. Week 1, we gave up almost 500 yards of offense to the Saints. So, I mean, we're not tripping whatsoever. The Panthers' defense is really bad, and it's not just because
I'm going to say the same thing to Diesel Skills, but is it Evero's fault? Didn't he try to leave? Didn't he try to fucking leave? He didn't want to be here. So who kept him? They held his ass sabotage, and now we're going to blame him. He didn't want to be here.
No. Slow down, bro.
There's some other people that's got to take some blame for this shit, though. It ain't just him.
He's getting paid to do a job, $3 million a year. Like, he's getting paid like head coach. Like, how? Wait, he didn't want to be here.
One at a time. Go ahead, D. Let D's finish, and then
Go ahead, D.
No, that's all good. I was just going to say I have to go to work on Monday. I don't want to be there neither, but they pay me, so I show up. And that's the same thing Evero needs to do. He needs to do his job correctly. Go ahead.
Oh, I understand that. Absolutely.
And that's what I was going to say. Because Evero has a job to do. And here's my point. Okay, I believe that keeping him here this year is just Dan trying to give the benefit of the doubt. But here's the catch. When Evero was with Denver and they fired their head coach, they offered him the interim head coach job, he turned it down. And then when he realized he wasn't going to get the head coach job, he demanded to be released. They said, okay, and he came to Carolina. Now, that being said, when we had head coach issues last year, Evero immediately wants out. Evero don't have the balls to stick through troubled times. He doesn't have the intestinal fortitude. Is that questioning his manhood? I guess the fuck I am. And I would tell his ass that. He doesn't have the intestinal fortitude. He doesn't. I'm going to go out on the limb and say I don't think he's intelligent enough to run a good defense. I really don't.
I think that he's just not good.
We don't know about his intelligence level.
Would be an upgrade.
I mean, listen. Here's my thing. I don't know.
Did you say testicle fortitude?
Either one.
That was the real conversation.
Hey, he told him to nut up. But hold on. But this is what I'm saying, though, man. Like, to me, I don't know any of these coaches, right? I like Dave Canales, but I don't know him. I don't know any of these guys. All I can judge is based on what is done on the field. I cannot say that he's the worst because our defense, for as much of a lack of talent as we have, we were competitive against Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say that he's trash. I'm not going to say that he's the worst. I'm saying that his time here in Carolina has come to an end. And I think, yes, it has to do with the zone coverage. I feel like Jaycee Horn is a press man corner. And the more that we're not putting him in those press man situations, we're doing a disservice to his kind of talent. And I think that's why we're going to move on to something different. And we're probably going back to a 4-3 next year, which is what the Panthers are known for anyway.
I think they're gonna give him one more year. I think Bryce Young has been such of a distraction. And even though the fans have been talking about Evero, he's not coming up in the media nowhere. He really isn't.
I don't think
he's
Evero
flying
coming back here, bro.
Bryce Young has been. Trust me, Bryce Young has been such a distraction. I think he's going to get another chance because he's got the same Ace of Spades card saying, "Hey, look at all the guys I lost," and they're going to go on a draft.
But Bryce would have to keep that distraction up, though. You know, in order for
Bryce
it to not float back to Evero.
Bryce about to be the GOAT.
See, they all going that GOAT shit.
If Evero is here next year. If Evero is here next year.
Hey, fellas, I'm out of here. Got to go to work. Appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping through, man.
Are you in?
Yeah, hold on, wait. Let me hear Zach. Hold on. Let me hear Zach. Zach, give me your final score. Go ahead.
38-13.
Dang. All right, Zach. We appreciate you stopping in.
Hope you have a terrible day.
Good luck.
All right, love you, brother.
38-13, man.
All right, appreciate it, Zach. Hey, man,
he's pretty cool, man. He's pretty cool.
At least we had an Eagles fan stopping here. You know,
yeah, that was pretty cool, man.
Man.
Yeah. If Evero is not fired, expect, and he's kept another year. Expect free agents not to come here over that reason.
I got a question, if I may.
Yeah,
because
if Ejiro Evero goes somewhere else, who else are we gonna get?
It's a lot of.
I can answer that.
I know the name that everybody wants.
It's a lot of.
I don't know anybody.
I know the name that I want. I want Robert Saleh. But that's
shit.
Nah, you don't get that.
That would be great.
That's why I said you won't get that.
That would be great.
You don't get that. Get that.
Why not? Why?
Why not?
Where is Robert Saleh going?
Let me tell you something.
Hold on.
Always shows up that people do not.
Hold on. Let me ask. Where would he be going if not for Carolina with a bunch of dudes that he's already worked with and has built up a relationship with before?
Yeah, with mountains on the left and a beach on the right.
Exactly.
Let's
Now
go.
I gotta back up.
And if you don't know where that is,
hold on, let me go to Pop. Go ahead, Pop.
I gotta back up, baby. I mean, we know his best friend is our head coach, so
exactly.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, what? To me, this makes too much sense. I believe that we want to go back to a 4-3. I believe that Jaycee Horn would thrive in that style of defense.
Yes, sir.
I'm all for it, man. Go get Robert Saleh.
Amen, brother.
Does Robert Saleh? Okay, but this. All right, man. I don't want to.
I'm gonna be a monstrous bag, but that don't even matter.
Yeah, it's just like, but does he want to go? Does he want to go down that road with a certain guy though? That's all I'm saying.
No, but remember
Canales
remember
because we couldn't get other coaches. Let's be honest.
But Twan, remember,
everybody don't want to deal with that with Mr.
But hold up,
bro.
remember, for all the shit that we talk about David Tepper, that man has a deep ass pocketbook now,
and he will pay.
And he is more than willing to pay.
Yeah, they don't kind of just the cap.
No,
I'm saying.
I think what Twan is
Some people don't want to deal with that fuckery,
what if Robert Saleh don't want to deal with David Tepper?
No, I understand, but dude, that money talks though.
Hey man,
this is what I want to throw.
Good money, bro.
All right,
this is the thing you got to understand. You got Dan Morgan and Canales on the same page. Then you bring in your DC, who's also on the same page.
The alignment.
Tepper's not gonna fight against all three of you. The alignment. He's not gonna fire all three. The only reason why Evero had to be stuck here is because they wanted him to strictly focus on the defense and Canales to work on Bryce. Now that Canales knows what he can do with Bryce, they don't really need Evero if they want to get rid of him.
Right. Yeah. I like Robert, and I think his situation with the Jets, where the owners act overactively involved, is more heavy involved with than Tepper is this year because Tepper's kind of took a step back and said, "All right, I fucked it up. Y'all fix it," and he's just kind of stayed in the corner.
Yeah.
Occasionally he'll drop by practice, but
Well, see,
hell,
let me
that's life. But
let me say this about Evero too. See, I already know this going in. I'm not pleased with him, but a lot of Panthers is not going to want Evero to go. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. It's going to be 50-50 because a lot of people are going to see it as he lost all those pieces and still the defense somehow managed to compete. If you throw out the New Orleans game and whatever, like that defense is still doing shit with what we have over there.
Because
you know what I'm
they're
saying? They
playing
ain't
really hard
because they have talent, and that's my issue. That's my biggest issue. We have talent on this defense. A lot of people think rip apart the defense and don't do nothing. We have talent. The problem is we're not using that talent. We're not lining that talent up in the correct areas. We're not even lining these players up in the correct formations, the correct scheme to take advantage of their talent. And that's part of the issue is. Okay.
Well,
Evero. I know there's fans out there. I hear them all the time on Twitter that don't want him to go. They still believe that he could be an elite guy. And when you bring up the fact, I said, okay, next year is his last year under contract. You want to give him pieces so he can keep screwing up, or even if he gets good, he's under a contract there, he gonna flip you all the bird and walk out any damn way. That what you want? Nobody wants to respond.
Well, but let me add this to it, though.
Please, Pickle, I understand what you're saying, but the guys are still playing hard as fuck for this guy.
The guys played hard. The guys played hard for Ron Rivera. Kicked, screamed, and got mad when he was fired. Let me finish. The guys played hard for Steve Wilkes. The guys played hard for Washington before Ron fired him because David Tepper made him. All right, the defensive guys nearly always play hard if they hear the rah-rah speech at the beginning. Now, just because the guys are playing hard, and you got to remember,
that's not totally true.
Not half of the defensive guys have a history with Rivera before they came to the Panthers. So,
let me have this. But wait. But are we going to pretend, though, like Jeremy Chin and Frankie Louvu didn't leave this team because they didn't want to play in the style of defense anymore?
We are.
If y'all see what Frankie Louvu is doing for the Commanders right now, that dude is every bit the beast.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
He was here. And by the way, the Panthers paid. They were going to pay him. They were going to pay him more money than the Commanders gave him. And he said, "Nah, I don't want to be with this fuck ass defense no more."
He wasn't flowing.
You know what I'm saying? The Evero thing to me, I know I sound like a broken fucking record. I don't think he's the worst defensive coordinator, but I think it is more than time for the Panthers to move on and try some different shit.
Yeah,
it's not working out.
Leave that up here, sir. Please let me address that person.
Who him?
Who's Sean?
Yeah, right there. I understand you.
Sean,
one of the other posts,
dude. Shawnee boy, Sean.
336 Boston. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He said that only people speaking about our leaving are the fans. And I understand that's your opinion, and you have a right to it. But let's be real. Sheena Quick and Vashti Hurt are beat reporters. They speak of it themselves in spaces all the time. They speak about how Evero and his entire coaching staff wanted out of here last year. Dan refused to let him go. Now, all that being said, because they were under contract. Now, that being said,
it wasn't Dan. It was from the top.
Well, that's what Sheena said. I'll just leave it at that. Okay.
Now, wouldn't let him on his contract.
Now, that being said, do you really think the players are going to scream that they want Evero out? Do you really think that Dave Canales is going to come up here and say, "Well, in the offseason, we may have to part way with Ron"? They're not going to do all that. Okay, nobody's going to talk about firing anybody right now.
Cody just told you. The way you speak is about leaving the team, and we got guys to leave.
Let me add somebody to the show. We actually got 336 Boston in the show. 336, what up, bro?
What's going on, guys? Hey, before 336 go, I appreciate you pulling up. The new guy that joined, he just had his camera on.
Oh, that's Sean.
Sean, did they ever come out with a movie? And the name of it is David Crockett. I swear you look like David Crockett. Throw a raccoon hat on his hat, bro. He look just like David Crockett, bro. I swear you'd be the perfect role.
It'd be pretty cool, man. It'd be pretty cool.
That motherfucker look like Ethan Hawke.
Send me some damn money. Yeah, man.
But hey, 336, welcome to the show, man.
I'm sorry, Pickle. I hope you don't hate me, brother.
No, bro. So hold on. Let me go to 336 right quick. 336. Elaborate your point on Ejiro Evero. Jump in on the conversation. Do you think he'll be the defensive coordinator next year for the Panthers?
Yeah, I think that this is about continuity, and I think it's interesting that the very first thing that Pickle goes to is some beat reporters that have what relevance to the franchise. Like on the grand scheme of things, who was Shannon Quick on the grand scheme of things?
I know it's also a little bit hard to
the franchise.
I don't play it down, man. I mean, she gets a lot of great information.
It's hard to hear you, man. You want to leave and come right back because your connection is not all the way coming through.
She's got a good inside.
Yeah, man.
I think she really, and I ain't chirping for her. I think she works hard and she reports a lot more information to us than the fucking Panthers be willing to give us.
Yeah. She chimes in with space.
Wait, remind me again, what exactly did Sheena say, Pickle?
She said was in space, and she said that Evero and all his defensive coaches didn't want to be here last year. They all wanted to be released from their contracts.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
And she said, but Dan wouldn't do it. Now that's just what she said. No, well, let me rephrase that. Let me think about that. She said they wouldn't do it. Let me say it that way.
I mean, somebody asked
her. If Dan doesn't do it, it's because it's coming from the top.
Somebody asked her. Somebody asked her, was it Dan or Tepper? And she said, Dan, I guess. I don't know. That's what she said. They didn't.
Pickle, you're gonna have to go see Miss Christie about it now, though.
Chrissy Coleman's gonna come for that ass.
I don't care. Let her come. I got a big ass.
Let her come.
Oh my God!
Now, anyway, but anyway,
I started that shit.
But that's what she said, and Vashti agreed with her, and Vashti said that at the beginning training camp, the coaches came and did their job, but you can tell in the background they really didn't want to be here. Now she said nobody's noticed if maybe they've changed their mind since then, but with all the injuries that happened, you have to wonder. There were coaches that were offered other jobs by other teams, and they were not allowed to even remotely pursue it. Our outside linebackers coach was offered a linebackers coaching job with the Giants. Evero himself was offered coordinator jobs by the Rams and another team. He wasn't even allowed to even talk to the other team about it. Several of our other teams were offered that, and they didn't take that at all.
They definitely blocked him from going for any type of defensive coordinator jobs. The only interviews he could take, interviews he could take were for head coaching positions.
Yeah, something that wasn't lateral. Yeah,
right. And he had 3 of them, and two of the 3 that he interviewed also needed a defensive coordinator, and those 2 teams also wanted to hire him as a defensive coordinator after he interviews as a head coach. Read into that what you
I hope
want.
he
Been
becomes a
ranked in
great
some
head
of the
coach.
worst positions on all levels, bro. Why would Evero still be here? Like, if they wanted to fire the guy or move on from next year, they could do that now.
You know what he needs to do? He
Yeah,
needs to be a head coach and not call plays and just throw his hands. That's what would be the best thing for him.
I thought of that. If they did it right now, in reality, they don't. Well, they've got a few people, but nobody on staff has called a 3-4 defense.
It can't be any worse than what it has been, right?
You ain't bullshit.
Let me ask. Let me ask.
Fire him now.
Let me
but
ask
it
you
ain't
two
up to me.
things. Look, 336. Let me ask you this: we have had a tough time stopping the run for 3 years in a row now. At
Prior
what
to
point?
Evero, we had a tough time stopping the run, too.
Yeah, but okay, but he's the defensive coordinator now, and in his entire tenure here, stopping the run has been a problem after problem after problem. My question to you is, at what point do you start to put the blame on the only common denominator between those 3 seasons?
When you actually get a nose tackle, instead of
I
having
mean,
Tayshaun
we've
Robinson
had
getting
there.
tossed
I
in
got
the
one
middle.
for you in the draft.
They cut Marcon McCall.
You ain't lying about that. We need a nose tackle bad, bro.
We've had nose
Got one
tackles.
for you, Twan.
We've got people on this roster right now that could play nose tackle. Evero doesn't want a
Can they?
big nose tackle. If you ask him, if you listen to his pressers, he doesn't want that big nose tackle. To him, shy total is exactly what you need. You go back and look at his nose tackle he had in Denver. That dude barely weighed 300 pounds. Fact, he's still up there. Now,
Chateau ain't doing shit.
so
Not no more.
in his defense, he has stated before, in this defense, we don't necessarily need a nose tackle because Sheena has asked him that directly. Now,
As
that's
a
what he said.
monster.
In
Of
this
course he
defense,
feels that way. We
don't
cut our fucking starter
necessarily
of that
need-
How
position
about
before
that
you
Kentucky
damn
But, I
game
mean,
started.
I mean, and
Pickle knows about him.
yeah.
That damn big. I would draft that big son of a bitch. I'm
He's
not
a
even kidding.
monster.
So Cody, let me say what I needed.
Yeah, go ahead, Twan.
It's not an old dude, right? You feel me?
Who,
He
Evero?
had to start somewhere. Yeah, Evero. He's young. This is
Hold on,
the
let
thing,
him
man.
finish.
No.
I think.
Hang on. Go ahead, Juan.
I think we get attached. I think we get attached to names too much sometimes, bro. Because the thing is this: I think it was Poppin' Bullets one time that said it, and I know one time me and Cole talked about it a long time ago. Whereas, like the NFL today, can we admit it's a young man's game now? You know what I'm saying, in terms of coaches and shit like that or whatever, and that's why it looks like Belichick about to bring his ass like where I live, near Chapel Hill or some shit like that or whatever. God bless those kids, but the league is constantly overlooking, or maybe it's just the fans. Man, it's some young guys, coaches out here that see the game differently and will come on and call a hell of a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? As a defensive coordinators, it's just you don't know their names. They're not big
And they
names.
probably
you
never
know what I'm
played
saying?
football before.
Bro,
Twan. I've seen a lot of that lately too.
One of the things I'm learning is I'm not afraid to take a chance with a young guy. Our team is young, bro. These young boys is doing it. It's not about a name. It's about what does his fucking playbook look like? What does he like to do? Does it fit what we trying to do? I would look at people on solid. That's great. Hell, me personally, I wish we could go back and get Wilkes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But look, let's not overlook the name of these up and coming guys that you're gonna hear about on somebody else's team because they saw their vision, and we like, oh, I don't know him, man. He must suck. That's not how it works. Everyone was a young motherfucker, and somebody took a chance with him, with all these coaches. I'm telling you, it's some young names out here on these teams right now that's assistant defensive coordinators and shit like that that's out here that's got this vision, bro. I'm trying to tell you, the reason why they're an assistant is because their vision. It's up to teams, and a lot of teams, like, they strike hot when they go, you know what, man? I'm not going after Cody this week. and I do ask like Cole and nothing like that. It's like, look, man, I want to hear what Cole got. Cole, look, show me your defensive plan, bro, and what you like to do or whatever. And then for people that know football on these teams, they'll sit down and look at it and go, damn, bro, I love these plays. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. While everybody's screaming, Cody, go get Cody, go get Cody. No, man, Cole got the better playbook. But people are like, well, we don't know Cole like that. We've been seeing Cody for 4 or 5 years and whatever. It don't mean that Cole ain't up and coming.
Shit, my defense is way better than Cole's. What's up?
You better wake up from that nap, sir.
Yo, his defense ain't seeing mine. What's up?
I'm out here putting it to people currently.
It's guys out here, I'm telling you, man, that's waiting for that position. They just waiting to strike, bro.
No, I hear you, though. You're not wrong. No, you're not wrong. But, like, to me, it's going to depend on what this team
and
does.
new with great ideas, the first thing they're going to say
is,
what
we need.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't even care who it is.
How about
get the
this?
scheme right.
I'm gonna let Pop go. Let me just say this: Saquon Barclay might decide this for us, because if he goes out there and just dances all over us, bro, and we can't do shit to stop him, then
it'll be typical Saquon.
Yeah, it will.
I think we're chilling, man. We ain't gonna do nothing. We don't want to be in the news about nothing.
You do know you can spy a running back, right? A lot of people don't know about that. You do know you can spy a running back, but is Evero willing to take away from the defense?
Juan, you know good damn well we ain't got nobody. We ain't got nobody halfway capable.
No, man, I'm gonna tell you what will match up with him.
Trevin, what are you gonna do, Trevin? That's the best you can do.
I'm gonna tell you what will match up with him.
Who?
Our middle linebacker, bro. The young, our damn rookie.
That's the first name I can think of.
Throw him in the flames, bro. What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose?
He needs some help. He would be better.
Let's see what he got.
I want to debate your take on that, Twan, as far as
go ahead.
Trying to find a new guy. Me as a Panther fan, I don't want to find a new guy.
I want the right guy.
I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk that type of time investing in a new guy because I already have a new guy as a head coach. That's just too much. I need somebody who's been there, done that, seen this, seen that scheme, and can go out there and train these guys and actually develop the talent that we got. I don't want to.
They're no longer interested in his playbook, though, Pop.
I understand that, but I don't want to go get a new guy. I want to get a veteran guy who's good at defense, and there's plenty of them out there. I mean, you brought up Steve Wilkes. I want a veteran guy. I don't want a newcomer as a head coach already and a newcomer at DC as well too. Not right now. Not right now. If Canal's a little bit, longer in the tooth at head coaching, then yeah, I can see it. But right now, I don't want to do that.
Okay, but look. Okay, so let me tell you this. Canales has already been okay, so watch this from this view, guys. So Saleh has been a head coach, right? And Wilkes has been a head coach, right? So from Pop's point of view, if we brought either one of those guys in, it sounds great, right? What we don't see is, are these guys going to bump heads because they all been head coaches? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to really buy into each other? You know what I'm saying? Because they've all been head coaches. The young guy ain't he just trying to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Saleh was just fired. You know what I'm saying? And Wilkes, who was with the team or whatever. I'm just throwing scenarios because I don't know if we doing either one of those things. But sometimes these coaches don't get along because they all feel like they're head coach worthy. And sometimes coaches be looking over their fucking back too. Like, if I fuck up, Saleh gonna take over or Wilkes is gonna take over. And therefore they don't want that type of motherfucker on their team.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. Hey man, let me go to real quick, let me go to my man Diesel Skills. Diz, I know we've talked about this a ton, but are you okay with Evero getting another year if they do go all defense in the draft? Because that's another thing I feel like we're not bringing up enough, right? If Evero plays good enough where this defense keeps us alive in some of the remaining games, knowing that Dan Morgan and Brant Tillis had a pretty good draft this past season, had a pretty good free agency period, do you think there's any chance they might want to see Evero one more year with some upgraded talent on this defense? Go ahead, Deez.
I mean, it's possible, man. I mean, we got 9 sacks the past 2 weeks. We starting to force some turnovers actually on the defensive side of the football. So yeah, it's possible that he comes back. But I just want you to look at what he's done in the past. You had Marquand McCall, who would have been a better nose tackle than Shy Tuttle, but we paid Shy Tuttle all that money. We ate $10 million in dead cap this year from Von Bell. Von Bell is a better safety, than what we replaced him with, which is Fuller. And Frankie Luvu left as well, and we replaced him with the Outlaw. And it's like what we had to do is we had to go out there and take these subpar starters and put them into our defense because they were familiar with Evero, because the guys that were actually good on defense, like Brian Burns, didn't want to play here because they didn't like the way that he called the defense. I think part of the reason why Brian Burns didn't want to resign and was only going to resign for $30 million was the fact that he didn't like going into coverage. You can watch Ed Harris on the tape back in a few games ago. He goes back into coverage, and he looks like the slowest guy to ever play in the NFL because he just didn't have any business being out there. And the scheme doesn't fit for a lot of players, and they don't want to play here. That's why Luvu literally took less money to go have the highest sack total of his career. He's got 8 sacks already with the Commanders. He may have more, whatever it was, considering last week. So it's running people out of here that would be good. Brandon Smith is a guy that would have been good in a 4-3 defense. He was a third-round draft. We cut him for no freaking reason. He was super fast. I wish we still had him here. We should go get him right now and put him on the practice squad. It's freaking stupid.
He was only fast, though.
That was Matt Rule. He had an issue. That was a Matt Rule issue. Matt Rule and him had a problem.
Well, maybe they did. And Jordan Peavy played well in the preseason, and they cut Jordan Peavy too. And he would have been good on this defensive line. If you look at how bad this defensive line is, that's another example. Well, we can chalk it up to Matt Rule or whoever, but Evero was still here, and it was still a problem within the organization. So I don't know. It just looks like the defense has been mismanaged, and maybe y'all are saying that people are pulling strings, and it's not all Evero's fault, and that's fine. But what you're talking about, and a good point that Josh brought up in the chat, is you guys got one more year, and you're paying him top dollar. Are we going to go ahead and invest a whole nother round of draft picks into this 3-4 defense just to change it midway through next season? I guess it's the
I agree with you, DS Skills. I agree with you. The only person I can call out is I agree. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. The only person I can, because I looked into it, is McCall. McCall had a knee issue. He actually, I think he went to either the Giants. He didn't pass the physical. He had a serious knee issue.
He went to New England and he failed the physical again.
He failed the physical there. So McCall, yes, they got away from that because they just didn't want to deal with his injury, and I get it. You know, it's his knee. It's a big guy. You know, hey, it's one of those things. But you're right. There has been some real problems managing the defense, and I 100% agree with you, DJ Skills. I have nothing to say against what you said.
Let me add what Pop just said real quick. I'm sorry, Pickle, and I'll let you go. So the thing is, what Diesel Skills was saying, you know, I mean, I'm not going to reiterate what he was saying, but, you know, I agree with 100% because I keep trying to push that point. How many fucking players do we have to keep losing through this Evero system? You know, these guys don't want to play in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't look. If you don't want to play in a 3-4, it ain't usually because you're in a 3-4. It's because you don't think the person that's running it is running it correctly. Look, when people that listen to me when I said, and you remember this, popping bullets, when I was like, I said, man, Brian Burns has never been no fucking linebacker. And people kept calling him a linebacker. I said, he ain't never had to follow and chase no wide receivers. He always had his hands in the dirt. So, you know, we as fans, we look at somebody on a down year and go, oh, Brian Burns sucked. That's because he was playing out of position. The dude was never a linebacker. And then, so after all that shit, Burns wanted out or he wanted his money. Chen said, you can't pay me. I mean, Luvu said, you can't pay me enough to keep playing in this shit. Chen was out. So, like Deezer said, why would you go through another set? Because you know we're going to draft predominantly defensive this year of another guy who is not going to buy into this shit, bro.
I just
We're
remember
losing players literally because of the 3-4.
Anything, Twan. You guys
and 336, but 336, push back on me on this one. I remember at one time our veterans used to beg to stay because how good the defense was in the defensive scheme.
Right.
We're seeing the opposite right now. We're seeing people that are willing to leave. They're not even willing to take a cut.
Won't even come to the table. You're right.
Right.
I would
they're not
much
even
rather
trying
have the
to.
offensive line that we have right now than to have paid Brian Burns. I
No,
know
no,
that
but
this is
no,
no
let's-
let's
defense or Evero.
We
Take
can
your
replace Frankie Louvu this fucking year, and Jeremy Chin has been hooed the entire time. Jeremy Chin had one good rookie year where he had a bunch of tackles. Ever since then, we haven't seen Jeremy Chin do shit
You
but
said
get
we
burnt
could
in
just
coverage.
replace
Are you
non-sack
telling me, Twan, that there's not a linebacker in this draft this year
linebacker?
that we can't replace Frankie Louvu with? Was Frankie Louvu like a godsend? He played well, guys, but he's not. He's not an all-star.
He played
I
better
agree
than
with
any
you.
But that's on a
I agree
small
with you.
scale,
better than
Pickle.
any linebacker we've had since Luke Kuechly.
Hell, look at what you.
He played better than Shaq Thompson. Frankie Louvu played. Frankie
Everybody
Louvu
played better
left
than
the
Shaq,
New
man.
York Jets
Hey, guys.
because he left the New York Jets because they were in a 3-4 defense. He came to Carolina because they supposedly run a 4-3 defense. Now he did his duty. He finished his contract after Evero got here that he was under contract with, and then he left. He was offered more money to play here than he got with Washington, but he wasn't playing in Evero's system anymore. So, and we have 8 people currently under contract, currently on this team that have a history with Evero. Evero was trashed last year because he didn't have none of his guys, and he screamed and yelled for it. So they went out and got a bunch of Evero guys who knew his system well, and we still suck.
And they're all hurt.
I swear you guys said that Brian Burns was going to be elite in this 3-4. That was the talk the entire offseason. We're not gonna lie here. We're not gonna lie here.
Stay out of it, Cody. Stay out of it, Cody. Back up, Cody. Back up.
No,
back up.
No, I'm not going to do it.
No, I'm not
You
going to do
better
it.
say that.
Let's just take control of this shit. Look, it may not have been Pickle. Let me defend Pickle. It wasn't Pickle saying Brian Burns would be good in a 3-4, but there were a lot of people who said Brian Burns in that 3-4 here was going to be gangbusters, bro.
And I told him it was lying.
That didn't turn out. That didn't turn out. I'm just saying, that is.
I tried to tell him. I said that man does not travel. He is not going to be no damn good linebacker. I told him that shit. They didn't want to listen.
I'm not even talking about in coverage, Twan. Just period. He wasn't good at all.
Nah, that's bullshit. 336.
So let me ask you this.
That's bullshit.
This is why I say I want you to push back to it, so we can have a very diverse conversation. It's not the fact that we can't go and get guys there to replace them. But what pisses me off is when we actually get talent from somewhere else, develop them, and then they leave. Do you not have a problem with that?
We develop Chin.
One of my mottos is I don't care about your bitch. I care about my bitch. I don't want to see my bitch with you. I care about the bitch I got here. And the reason why I use that example is because some people always compare other people to other players to other teams. I don't care about that because my star or my guy that I have on my team, that's who I care about. So when they develop here and then we let them go for nothing, that's what pisses me off about organization. And then when it comes back to saying that it was the coach, reason why they didn't want to play, that means something to me. 336.
Yeah.
The only way I'm concerned about that is if we're actually losing something that we can't get back.
If you say that, hold on. And then my last point, Twan. If you can say that, then that means you have trust in this organization as long as you've been a Panther fan to replace that type of talent, which you have not seen. So how can I put faith in what you're saying, thinking that they do that? Because they don't draft well. This has been the first draft I've seen them do well in a minute. So please help me.
I'm glad to hear you say that at least.
Organization here.
I understand what 336 trying to say though, but the other thing that Poppin is saying too is this. Louvu, we knew. Okay, not only did we develop him, we know what Louvu is. And what 336 is saying, yeah, you can go in the draft and get it, but you don't know if that motherfucker is going to be a Louvu. We knew what we made Louvu. We knew what he was going to be. In terms of Papa's analogy, though,
it can't be replaced though.
The funny thing I'm going to say about
was so special.
Louvu was a dog for us, bro.
What? Yeah, he's a dog, but he got a few sacks.
Everything.
I mean, the guy got a bunch of tackles. He missed a lot of tackles. He got some sacks, but we're not talking about an all-time great here. Is what I'm saying.
But no, but the point that is the point that he's making though. Yeah, that
wasn't here long enough to be an all-time great.
He played his best football here in Carolina, and then we let them play even better football for somewhere else. By the way, this is why I was talking last Friday about paying Jaycee Horn for what Pop just said. A lot of people are complaining, no, you don't want to pay him top dollar. But I know how good this man is in press man coverage. If we did get a brand new defensive coordinator, nobody's going to be complaining about having Jaycee Horn on the edge at $25 million a year, shutting shit down. Like, I agree with what Pop said, man. There's only so many players you can let walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? And seeing
if they don't want to be here, you can't make them stay.
Yeah, you can't make them stay.
But
that's the problem. I want guys on the. But this is the thing. As a player, you don't get to pick your coach. So, with all due respect, as a player, you are here to play under this coach. If you don't want to play under this coach, you can get the fuck out of here. I want players on my team that want to be here, that want to play under the staff that we have. You carry the same energy that you have for Steve Wilkes.
That's true too.
Or you can get the fuck out of here.
No, I hear you. Hey, let me introduce somebody. We got Anthony back on the free for all. Ant, what's up, dude?
My dog.
What's up, boys? How y'all doing?
Chilling.
What's up,
man? Hey, jump in on this Evero conversation. Is there anything Evero can do to save his job as defensive coordinator, or are we going to give him another year?
I don't know. I've listened to a bunch of opinions on this. I heard one person mention, like, keep him another year just for continuity, because, like, then we'll be switching into a different system the next year. But then on another hand, it's like the defense just the last 2 years, really, they've just blown every critical opportunity they've had to, stop the opposing offense. So I don't know. I don't like his scheme. I don't like the soft man coverage. But yet again, we don't have all the players. Like, I don't think his abilities as a coach are fully going to be utilized here just because of the players we have on defense. If I had to guess, no, I don't think he's going to be back. I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much where I am. I don't think he'll be back. I'd prefer to go get Robert Saleh, but that's just me.
I think he's gonna be back. I mean, like I said, he has that ace in the hole. I mean, I can tell how he's scheming. He doesn't trust that many people on this defense. That says a lot. I understand that we don't got a whole bunch of superstars.
What I say, Pop?
He does. He definitely shows trust issues without saying it. Because even if you break down schemes, and Pickle break it down, or Cody break it down, or 336 break it down, and you would say, well, why would you do this and this, that, and other in this particular situation? Like, as far as like being aggressive, he doesn't trust the guys he has, but which also contradicts that he's had his own hand in the players that he wanted to come here play on this team. So it doesn't make sense because it almost contradicts what he's doing, because he got the players that he wanted, some of them at least, and they're not necessarily showing up. And now that the team is getting a little healthier, we're starting to see some effort and some actual decent defense. But it just is he turning it on too late, or the defense just starting now to believe in this game? Or is it just because we're just getting healthy? It's a lot of things. Now, what I think could determine whether he stays here or not is that Cowboys game.
Yeah.
I want to hear why.
Because there's a lot of people that I believe is going to go cry in the cards, Twan. A lot of people are going to cry in the cards. And they really feel like they're going to be the Cowboys. And we know Carolina has a lot of Cowboys fans.
Yeah, bro.
If that defense doesn't show up for the Cowboys, I'm not talking about Philly. Philly is a top tier team. But the Cowboys,
yeah, they some ass.
They
on their second string quarterback too.
If we get our ass whooped, I mean, we get blowed out by the Cowboys. There's a lot of people gonna go cry in the car. And that's when I think the arrows are going to start getting pointed at everyone.
Oh, want this motherfucker
the Cowboys ain't running real good themselves. But to be honest, if
get this motherfucker out of here.
Evero's problems he's having here is the same problems he had in Denver.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you another problem he got.
His soft ass zone coverage, dropping supposedly pass rushers and linemen in coverage while he blitzes safeties and corners, and that's what's his problem in Denver. They just carried it on here.
I'm gonna tell you something else he got going against himself. He don't draft well.
No.
And he might not want to be. And he might not want to be here if he might not want to be here if Morgan says, Dan Morgan says, I'm going to do the defensive picks. Because Evero don't draft well. He don't. Look, he only hit it. He only hit on our
What picks did they give him, though, Twan? What picks they give him?
Man, look. They gave him, when he picked DJ Johnson up, failure. Look, my guy, Jamie Robinson, we wouldn't even fucking play him.
Where was DJ Johnson drafted at?
I think it was third.
He was a third round. Round. They moved up to go get him.
Yep, and they moved up, and he asked him to move up to go get him.
So
that was
I get a third round. I get a third round.
That was the year we only had 5 picks, though. We only had 5 picks that year, so I give him some leeway on that. But then, you know, he got the linebacker that we just got from Kentucky, but nothing else that he asked for a hit.
Oh no, that was a Dan Morgan pick. That one hit.
So I get a third round.
So that wasn't even his pick then. So that's crazy. So that means Dan Morgan already took over.
Did he get a first round pick yet?
But 336, do you agree with this? If they don't let Evero make picks without them being involved, then he ain't gonna want to be here any damn way. Because again, it's trust issues. They don't trust each other.
I think we're asking 336 the wrong questions. Do you believe
you get a first round linebacker or a first round D tackle? Now I get a third round outside linebacker. Okay, I'll make it work.
Well, there wasn't
he is what he is.
Linebacker over Bryce Young that year.
Just saying, if we're gonna complain about he can't draft well, we got to see where he's drafting these guys at. Because on a normal basis, you don't typically complain about the development of a third round pick.
They not going to turn the draft
usually.
I wouldn't get nobody.
How many third round picks have we hit on as a whole, Twan?
I can't get nobody draft power when motherfucking players don't want to play for him.
Twan, how many third round picks have we hit on as a whole, offense or defense?
Well, that's the whole argument. You start looking at, we've got the best UDFA wide receiver we've ever had in Carolina, and you can pull up the stats if you want to. And Jalen Coker, he's developing just fine. And as a matter of fact, our 4th round pick at tight end, picked after that linebacker that you're criticizing, has done quite well for Carolina. He was in the top 10 in wide receiver, rookie wide receivers, as a matter of fact. And Excel has done.
So you got 2 out of how many drafts?
What round did we pick our tight end?
Let me finish. Go ahead, dude.
Offensively, the Panthers have never drafted good wide receivers or tight ends, but they're actually developing now under Dave Canales. However, the same picks that we're arguing on the other side of the football have continued to not develop under Evero. DJ Johnson is a great example of that. And Trevon Wallace is having a pretty good year, but not a great year. So I think we're seeing more development this year from the offense and those draft picks than we've seen the last 2 years from Evero, would be my argument.
Facts. Because Evero don't trust his guys. He don't trust his own players. He don't trust them.
So because we hit on 2 offensive picks in later rounds and an undrafted free agent, we're going to say now that the one linebacker that he picked in the 3rd round, I mean, this is – come on, guys. This is small nuances that we're talking about here. On the grand scheme of things, the guy has drafted a 3rd-round pick and Trevon Wallace.
Did you see what our defense looked like when we actually started blitzing Baker Mayfield? Didn't it look different?
Who was calling the blitzes?
Didn't it look different? Yeah, because we kept getting on his ass in the press conferences. Dude, when you gonna run some blitzes? It works.
Yeah,
But it
especially with
shouldn't take
Travis.
it
How
shouldn't
many
take
times have we
late in the
sacked Baker
game.
Mayfield? Like
It
5
shouldn't
times, right?
take late in the
Yeah,
game when you're getting
5.
your ass handed to you by the run game before you
Yeah.
golly geez
He
decide, oh
waited
golly
till
geez, I better blitz.
he
If you're
waited
getting
too
paid
late.
head coach
Yeah.
money to be a defensive coordinator, you ought to come up from the get-go and
Yeah,
understand
the
what
that
you're doing
get-go.
and move
aggressiveness.
forward.
That was
And
the first
second of
thing.
Said
all,
Pickle.
Love it.
Evero was praised immensely, and he accepted all this praise that he can make meatloaf out of peanut butter, and
Yeah.
apparently he can't.
Set
But
the tone,
if he
bro. Set the
can, and he
tone.
knows he
Shit.
can't,
Multigate,
then
yeah.
don't accept the credit that he can, because that's what the credit that he's been given is. He can make all these bad players look at least okay, and he hasn't
Yep.
done that. So, and listen, whether he plays good or he plays don't, in my opinion, if you're going to rebuild a defense, it is incompetent to do it on a defensive coordinator who has a 1 year, who's only going to be here 1 year. Because
I think it's also incompetent to
why
rebuild a
draft a
defense
guy?
without picks.
Why draft
That's
a
true.
rookie?
We're gonna get
Why draft a rookie defensive player, train him for a system his rookie year, just
had
to
to
probably
reprogram him
move
up,
him to a different position somewhere else? That hinders his growth and his development.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
why you
just
gotta. Well,
reality
that's why you
is
gotta. Well, that's why you gotta draft players that can't just play one damn. You gotta draft guys that can play in 3-4 and 4-3.
But
That
we have
damn
to also
specializing in
stop
just
drafting
one is stupid.
players. Like
Yeah.
stop trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Like
Right.
the idea
Right.
is that you should know what type of defense you want to run, and that you should draft the players that are built for that. How about
For
this?
that.
And then you have to be
Yeah,
given the
well,
picks, Cody.
yeah, but hold
Then you
on.
have to
But
be
then
given the picks.
look at the edge rushers that we have right now, right? Between DJ Warnham, Jadeveon Clowney, even DJ Johnson. They're all big enough to play edge in a 4-3. So in my mind, it's like they weren't even making a concerted effort to
No.
go out and get players that are specifically built for a 3-4. It's like they're still trying to fit square pegs into round holes over here.
Yeah.
That's why, in my opinion, I'm like, you might as well go out and get another defensive coordinator that can actually build a defense around the talent that you have.
I agree.
Our
Then you give them the
our
picks
base
to
is a
draft with,
3-4,
right?
but we don't necessarily stay in a 3-4 because sometimes we'll be in a 4-2-5. We be in
Yeah.
different schemes.
Play a lot of
Our
nickel.
base is 3-4, but I think, and I want to ask 336 this. You know what I'm saying? Because Evero is a young coach. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't called a lot of games. This is very true. And Twan, this kind of backfires on you in a little bit because this was a young DC who has been given the chance to see what he got. And if we're up here complaining, this is why I say I want a veteran DC. So at the end of the day, I think one of our major problems is, and 336, it's a yes or no question. Do you feel like Evero has a problem adjusting during the game?
Yeah, the defense has shown that, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has a problem adjusting. He does.
Yeah, the
And
defense
then,
has shown that.
like Pickle just said, and then when he decides to adjust, it's 4 minutes left in the game. Man, fuck you. we needed that
Too
the
late.
whole game.
I mean, yeah, okay. Even in the Kansas City game and the Bucks game, defense had 5 or whatever sacks. They were at the end of the game. I mean, it's like, okay, what good does that do me now? I mean, and it's nice to have sacks, but if you can't stop the run, it doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter.
If I'm ever when we play the Eagles on Sunday, right? I'm gonna be like, look, man, y'all might beat us, but I'm gonna throw y'all motherfuckers everything I got. I'm gonna let it be known that we're not gonna just sit back and let y'all beat our ass and pull our panties off without asking us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
And you may beat us in the run game, but every
I don't
time
have nothing to lose.
your quarterback steps back to even remotely throw that ball, he's gonna be on the mat real hard. You're gonna be considering pulling him out because you're a playoff team. I'm not. I don't have a damn thing to lose. I don't have nothing to lose.
And that's why
I know I ain't going to playoffs.
Going for it on fourth downs and shit, Cody.
What Panther Pickle just said, if the Panthers have any chance to win, it's that right there. We ain't got shit to lose. Oh, what? Even if we do, we get a better draft pick. Okay, that ain't too fucking bad. That's why I said earlier, this team needs to come out there, especially on the road in Philly, hostile fucking territory. Go out there and put your nuts right on the 50-yard line, bro, and dare them to do something about it. Like, bro, if the Panthers manage to come away with this would be an all-time statement game from the Carolina Panthers. Do y'all realize that? I'm not just talking about the season.
It could be a statement game if we don't win. It can still be a statement game.
If this team comes out there and looks competitive against the Philadelphia Eagles on the road and the Saquon Barclay running wild, dude, that's a culture changer right there, bro. So that's what I'm saying. There's nothing to lose on this one.
Cody, our motto, that should be our motto for the rest of the year. That's why I've been saying it so much tonight. We have nothing to lose. Why don't we just see what we got? Test everything. Test the new running back out, see what he can do. Test it all as long as you got it and it's available to go. Guys that ain't been playing a whole lot or whatever, throw them in a couple of fucking plays. See what the fuck they can do, bro. We have nothing to lose, bro. And we're looking good. And we've seen the team improve right before our very eyes. I mean, with that attitude. So I think if you let loose and you trust in these damn players, they're gonna be like, look, man, bro, this is like preseason for me. Except now I got like 4 or 5 more games to prove my damn self, bro. I'm gonna go out there and give it all I fucking got.
Yeah. See, I agree 100% with Twan. And you too, Cody. And as a matter of fact, 336, I wouldn't try to come at you about Evero. Man, I hope he goes out here and I hope he proves this shit against the Eagles. I hope he shows that he's got a superior scheme despite inferior players, because I don't disagree. We've got inferior players. Do I think that our defense is the worst roster-wise in the league? Probably not. But we're close to it, so we're down there somewhere. That's cool. Man, I hope Evero does good. I hope he finds a way to scheme this up and make it work. Man, if he does and he's able to prove from now to the end of the season, head into the draft, that he can make something out of nothing, Tepper, man, go ahead and give him 3 more years and give him $5 million a year instead of 3. You know, I hope it all works out. It's just the way that it's played out so far, it doesn't look good. The direction we're heading. That's all I'm really trying to say. But I really do. I would like to believe in Evero. I would like to believe in this defense. I would like to believe in Dom Capers, D'Angelo Hall, Jonathan Cooley. There's so many cool guys that we really got on the defensive side of the football. But the scheme and the players that we have together, it just really hasn't panned out for us so far. So I do hope that it heads in a new direction going forward. And I'm just afraid that against a team like the Eagles, where their strength is the running game and our weakness is the run defense, that we're going to get extremely exposed and things are going to flip-flop on them. But we'll see how it plays out, man. I hope it doesn't. I hope we keep the game close and we look good on Sunday, Cody.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I echo that sentiment, dude. Like, if we can keep it close, just like my boy Deezy, I'm celebrating more Victory Monday, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no reason not to. And again, it's like, especially with this draft coming up too, you know.
Fuck keeping it close. As a player, I'm telling you all this.
I hear you.
As a player, I'm going out there giving it all I fucking got, bro. Look, it's not about, look, man, this is a big time game. I can make my damn name known right now against the fucking Eagles, man. Like, people, and they're going to read we live in the age of social media, bro. And motherfuckers saying we ain't got no shot. Okay, let me show you all this shit right here. And go at the Eagles. I want the Eagles to look at us by halftime to go, these motherfuckers is not fucking playing around with us.
You want to smack them in the mouth, Swan.
I want them to be kind of
smack them in the mouth.
I will say, after this game, is potentially going to get somebody paid.
Yeah.
This is a game you get paid.
So who gonna show up in this game?
If you have a contract that's out that you're only here for 1 year, this is probably the game they're gonna show out. You know, that's your Fuller, that's your Xavier Woods, your Michael Jackson. This is the game right here to get that check for next year. Or get a
So I ask Cody.
Sure.
So I ask you this, Cody. And I really asked the whole panel, who do y'all think is gonna show out in this game? That's not, ain't always the top names or whatever. Who got the potential to show out?
Oh, all right. I'm gonna give you a name. Because I felt like this player has done nothing but improve the past couple weeks in a row. I'm gonna say DJ Johnson, bro.
Oh.
Bro, did y'all see that little different rip DJ Johnson did to get in on that tackle? Bro got some skills, dude.
Make us all shut up.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him turn it on, bro.
I mean, he been
me too.
Cody. I mean, dang,
That shit was like
games.
Bro,
the worst they can be.
Hey, he can apply for AARP, Pop. I know. I'm saying, bro, like is now his old ass.
Dip and rip too,
bro. His finally starting to turn it on, man.
What about you, Pickle? What about you, D's?
He must have got some pass rushing tape at the old folks' home, bro.
Bro,
Juan, I got a name for you. I got a name for you.
Okay.
And it's somebody I never thought I would tell you, honestly, on my life, bro, and that's DJ Wanham. I don't know why I feel like he could have a good game.
Damn, I thought it was
Bro,
DJ Johnson.
that's almost expected.
I like
I was gonna say the same thing.
Give me Amari. Give me Barno. Give me Barno.
All right. Well, since a theme of what we got going on right now, then
I think one of our safeties can be. Look, man, send me on the motherfucking safety blitz, bro. Let's do it all. Shit.
Let's go.
I got two.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't too, Pop out.
No corners. No
Wait,
corners.
Wait, let's go D's and then Pop. Go ahead, D's.
Go ahead, D's.
Yeah, sorry, Pop. I didn't mean to walk on you. But I was gonna say I got two myself.
No, you good, bro.
On defense, it's Xavier Woods due to the contract year. Like he's leading the team in tackles. He's leading the team in interceptions as well. Xavier Woods is looking for a payday. And I don't know that he stays here with the Panthers. He may go somewhere else and get paid. But he's literally balling out this season for his opportunity to get paid. And not only him, but Tommy Tremble. Tommy Tremble's got to prove something to stay in the NFL. It's a contract year for him as well. He's finally healthy. He had a 38-yard pass last week. Looked good. Same thing this week. He needs to ball out, make some big plays to try to get a contract and stay in the NFL. Pop, how you feel about it?
Dang, you took the water out my water balloon because I'm gonna say him too. My boy been telling me like, bro, I Woods, but you right. So I can't say that. So let me pick somebody else.
Somebody gonna show out in this game.
I said
on defense.
I said Michael Jackson. But I'm gonna tell you somebody I think gonna lose. They starting role. Dame Jackson's gonna be on the bench, and Charles Smith-Wade.
I'm okay with that.
Taking that.
Damn, you stole my.
Hey, I love that one, bro.
Damn it.
Hey, dude. Let me tell y'all how happy I would be.
This is the game that you want to set up in.
If Charles Smith-Wade ends up being a long-term nickel corner, bro, I'm here for that shit, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, that interception, that was slick. And how the whole fucking team ran down the sideline with him. Like that's culture right there, boys. Cool. Yeah, that lets you know.
What beautiful is the position he did it on. He did it on the tight end, I believe.
Yeah,
man,
this dude is number 5'9" and tight end. Come on, bro.
So nice. I'm gonna put the warning out right now to all my fucking friends from college. Let us fuck around and win this game, bro. I'm gonna be unbearable. Let us fuck around and win this game, bro.
Hey, bro.
I'm calling all you bitches.
And all Panthers fans are gonna be right there with you, bro.
I'm calling all you bitches.
Does that mean that our boy Dan Morgan knows how to find some dogs?
Yes.
I think that's what that means, bro. I think that's my GM out here finding talent in every round.
Yes, sir.
Jonathan Brooks, Jatavion Sanders, Jalen Coker, Charles Smith-Wade.
Look at that face.
What's up, bro?
Look at that face.
What's up?
We got a
That's
GM.
my fucking GM.
We
bro.
have freaking GM.
That's
We
my
love
fucking
And
GM, bro.
and Shao Smith Wade ain't even been fully developed yet.
I know.
May I,
That's what I'm
may I
saying.
say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
It's actually Shaw. CHAU is actually pronounced Shaw, like SHAW.
Oh, so it's Shaw Smith.
Swear to
Wade?
God,
Shaw
yeah.
Smith, yeah.
Swear
All
to God, it's called Shaw. It's pronounced Shaw.
Yeah, all right.
Isn't that
No,
cool,
thank you for
man?
telling
I
me, 'cause
thought
I
it
don't
was
like to
really cool.
mispronounce people's names
I
if
thought
I'm
it was
honest.
really cool.
Evero,
Yeah, that is dope.
Yeah, and Trevor
Listen,
Wallace too, bro.
and
Evero, you up tonight listening to the
Oh.
C3 podcast tonight?
He's
If
mad
you
at
listen to the
us.
C3, if you're in the crib listening to the C3 podcast tonight, man, trust your players, bro. Just trust
better.
them.
He better.
I want to hear. I
Well,
want to
at
hear
this point.
336.
boy.
I want to hear
Yeah,
336 and Pickles pick.
Tell him why, Cody.
Pick DJ
Cody, tell
Warner.
him why.
I
Because he
prefer-
has nothing to lose.
All right, we'll go pick one, then 336.
I predict Trevor Wallace will have at least a pick six and lead the team in tackle.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
All right. Not mad at that. Not mad at that. 336. Who you picking, man? Who's like an underrated player who's gonna shine real bright, bro?
I don't have an underrated player, but I think it's going to be DJ Wonnum. And I think it's interesting that his addition to this defense has kind of changed things just slightly.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
I'd like to
that's
see
great
more of
answer.
those additions.
Yeah, no, that's still a great
Or,
answer.
Same way.
or it could be fucking. It could be Horn. Horn might be like, look, man, I'm about to bust their ass this game, bro.
No, he definitely is due for an interception. He might get
Hey,
that.
bro,
this
I'm gonna
weekend.
be mad if somebody don't say Jonathan Brooks. I'm gonna be upset. Come on now.
I think they
No,
still
I'm talking
gonna
about. I was just talking about on the
Dude,
defensive side
that
of the
was
ball.
mine, but it
All right,
was.
go ahead, Sean. No, don't let me steal your shine, bro. Go ahead. Tell me
Yeah,
about it.
dude, like that was mine, but then somebody said Shaw, and people were saying like all these other names, and I was like, man, damn, like,
Yeah.
I really thought.
I want whatever he been smoking on tonight, bro.
I mean, bro.
Oh, the bro, the loudest, bro. The
He ain't bullshitting anymore.
Snoop
Man,
Dogg
John,
level.
you've been listening.
That motherfucker been lit all night.
You've been listening to too much G, baby. You've been listening to too much G, baby.
Nah, bro, I've been listening, bro.
You been
I'm
lit
on
all
Snoop Dogg
night.
level. 63% snow caps, bro.
I believe it.
Just saying, bro.
God, man.
This motherfucker about to die.
I swear to God, I'm
Blow
on
the
Snoop Dogg
doors
level
off this
tonight.
place.
This is snow caps.
My God,
You
caps.
might as well smoke some moon rock, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, bro.
hey, this
Yeah.
man,
fucking
this man smoking an alien, bro.
Anyway, bro,
Sweet.
I did want to say, Jonathan Brooks at first, but then somebody said Shaw Smith Chow. I was like, bro,
See,
no.
that's what them
It's
snow caps do to you, bro.
It's not Chow. It's Shaw.
Shaw Smith Wade.
And then and then somebody mentioned, his interception. I was like, bro, I love that too. And then it made me completely forget about freaking Jonathan freaking Brooks. I love that you said that, Cody.
First touchdown?
Yeah.
First touchdown.
First touchdown.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
How about this too, Cloudy? Give us a reason to want to keep your ass, bro.
Right?
Look,
He's always
Yeah.
hurt, right?
He really
Go
really
show
bouted.
out, bro. Go
Golly.
be in that quarterback's face all night. But look, everything that we saying, bro, about these players is got to come from the trust from Evero. Evero cannot go into this game and not trust his guys and do his own thing. Sunday, he's got to do something different and go, fuck it. What y'all want to do?
I know one thing, and I agree with 336.
Yeah.
Reason why I ain't bring up Wanham because I don't have no doubts in him for real. For what he's been showing me, he's been the battery pack in his defense since he's came back. Everybody's been charged up ever since Wanama's came back. So if anybody can disagree, please tell me how. But he seemed to just get in that defense like really ready to go out here and tear some shit up. I mean,
somebody's
from
doing
Arnold coming back, from DJ Johnson, from Trevor Wallace getting a sack, from Jesse Jewell coming playing on and getting sacks as well. I mean, I just think he's the battery pack of the defense right now.
You know, it's not crazy to think that if DJ Wanham had been healthy for this entire season, we could have got up to 60 sacks this year. You look at just the last 2 weeks and you extrapolate that over the 17-week season, Pop, and it would be unreal the amount of sacks and pressure we were able to create. And bringing up Clowney is an interesting conversation. You know, he had a short interview with one of the beat reporters this week talking about that hit given to Trevor Lawrence, putting him out of the game and putting him out for the rest of the season, as a matter of fact. And Clowney said, you know, when you're coming around the edge, you have to be ready. You have to be competitive. And he didn't have any fault for the Texans player that got suspended for 3 games for making that attack on Trevor Lawrence. He said, you know, Trevor Lawrence is a 6'6" guy. He's a guy sliding, and you have to be playing at full speed. And I think that's a good point for the Panthers, especially because we gave up the game to Patrick Mahomes from not playing full speed on defense. This defense has to be ready to attack. And when we're on the edge, we have to go for players. It doesn't matter if they're a quarterback or not, because the game was literally on the line, and we lost it literally 2 weeks in a row. We let Baker Mayfield do the same thing to the Panthers because we are afraid to attack him and go after him. We just have to accept the fines and play at full speed on defense. Nobody knows more about this than Twan, because Twan has literally played on the defensive line. He knows that if once you clear that blocker, you clear that guy that's keeping you from the quarterback, you have to attack. And I know that, and Clowney pointed out in that interview that the league is set up to let the offense get away with murder for the most part and score points. But at some point, as a defensive player, we have to attack. And that's an important thing for the Panthers this week, especially with a running quarterback like Jalen Hurts. We have to take those opportunities when we get them, Cody.
Yeah. And these, you know, I felt the way of what you said, but just in smaller words. Man, you just got to be ready to accept that fine.
Bro, if you lay the wood, Tepper will pick it up. It'll be all right.
That's what Cody said.
Yeah.
I want to tell Cody. Cody gonna be mad at me when I say this. It ain't gonna be just Cody, but I'm gonna tell you this: these quarterbacks in the league, they got to start giving themselves up sooner. That's why they catching the hits like
so
Lawrence.
You think just because Trevor went to Clemson, I'm going to bat for him, fight for him?
You can't be sliding. You can't be sliding underneath a guy coming at you at the last minute because he can't stop himself in midair, bro. It ain't just Trevor Lawrence, bro. I mean, but you would think Trevor Lawrence would have learned by now because he'd have been knocked out 2 other fucking times, especially in college.
How about this? I'll say this. No. I'll say this, man. I really do believe both of these things are true. I believe Al-Shaair could have done better on that. I think that the brutality of that hit was on him.
That looked deliberate.
But what I will say is this. I do agree with Twan that if you're a quarterback, especially if you're a big motherfucker like Trevor, who's like 6'6", 225 or whatever, yeah, you probably do have to slide like 7 yards out, before you're anywhere near the defender. Or else, if not, you need to put your body into it, because sometimes like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts, they'll put their shoulder down and they'll run through you. And a lot of times they'll do that little fake slide bullshit before they do it to make the defender think that they're about to slide so they don't hit them. So, I mean, listen, I'm not.
That's how they get fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor did slide, but I do think in the future, quarterbacks
it was too late.
They need to give themselves up a little bit early. But I agree with Pop, though. Bro, that hit look, it looked intentional, bro.
That
hit was deliberately
this is where I gotta take up for the defense, bro. Listen.
Great helmet.
When you watch your launch point, right? Listen to this.
He meant to knock that man block on, bro.
When you are at your launch point, right? You know what I'm saying? When you have already committed and taken off, man, I'm not I can't hit the pause button when I'm in the fucking air, bro. I can't.
I hear you talking, but I seen that same hit on Cam Newton, bro.
But guess what though? If you give yourself up,
that should make you tolerant to it. Then
if you give yourself up, 2 yards earlier, right? Then I can't hit you in your helmet. Listen to the optics. If you give yourself up a yard or two
with
earlier,
your helmet, Twan.
I can listen. If you give yourself up 1 or 2 yards earlier instead of trying to slide underneath me, I can't hit you in the helmet. I'm too far out. Stop trying to slide in the last minute, bro. These motherfuckers are going to hit you. This is football. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
I mean, but it also wasn't. But like I said, it also wasn't the latest slide either. Like, it's not like Trevor was sliding at the last moment possible. Like, that's what I'm saying. I see a little bit of both sides here, but I mean, I don't know. Trevor could have done better, but I also think the way that he threw his shoulder into his fucking head, bro, he was trying to give that dude some
helmet. That's what I was trying to tell you. It's not helmet.
It remind me of the Cam Newton hit, Cody. Remind me of the Cam Newton hit.
That's what I'm saying.
Was sliding.
Like,
boom.
Hold on. It wasn't
right
helmet.
into the shoulder.
I don't want anybody thinking that. It wasn't helmet to helmet. It was a shoulder pass in his helmet. That's how they teach us to hit.
It's still like a lot of us, like Panthers fans, have that, PTSD about.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of guys on defense don't give a fuck if you're a quarterback.
Fucking helmet into his shoulder. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know that shit, Cole. You know that shit. A lot of guys on defense don't give a fuck if you're a quarterback, bro.
It used to be dollar signs back in the day, Twan. That's how you got your name up. If you want shit back in the day, you started hurting people. That's how you got your name up. It's fucked up.
It's still dollar signs. It just
dollar signs, man.
Gonna be spinning it.
That wasn't even a late hit 20 years ago. That was a regular hit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Football used to be like that.
Mahomes walked away with the win. Bro. We were scared to hit Mahomes, and he won the game off that run. Same thing with Baker Mayfield on third down run. As far as the Panthers are concerned, we need to be a little bit more aggressive, even if a fine is involved. So, important lesson learned there.
Hey, sometimes somebody got to get it. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta let motherfuckers know, bro.
Somebody's got a chin out there, boy. I'm gonna tell you what.
And listen, this all pans back to what we were saying earlier about Evero. If you get
sorry about that, D's. I ain't gonna step on your toes, bro.
If you get this team to be aggressive earlier, especially getting at these quarterbacks, they're not gonna be willing to sit here and keep running because they've been tagged and hit all game long. We can't play scared.
All right, man. So look, we run past 10 o'clock. It's that time, man. We're about to do some predictions, and we're about to get the hell up out of here, bro. Hey, man.
I'm pop, man. Let's do C3 overtime, man. OT.
Hey, I got a girlfriend, y'all. She has needs, bro.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, bro. I got stuff I gotta do, bro. Come on, man.
You ain't got shit to do, man.
Nah, you don't know.
Yeah, what? Hold on.
Pass that shit.
I don't even want him to explain that
one. Hey, don't worry about it. Mind the damn business. Y'all ain't gotta go home, but y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. That's all I'm saying, bro.
He trying to give her some of that wavy gravy.
Yeah, wavy gravy, baby.
Man, boy.
You already know, dog. So,
hey, that was legendary. That shit was fucking legendary.
Yes,
I gotta get his jaw stuck going.
Yeah, man. So look, I'm gonna ask y'all who is your player of the game, who's gonna win, and what's your final score. Y'all know the deal. First up, I'm gonna start with my man 33633. Thank you for hanging out on the show today, bro. What is your final score? Who's gonna
Shout out to
win? And
336.
give me the player of the game, bro.
Shout out.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the fandom here. I'm gonna say 27-21 Panthers. Player of the game, Adam Thielen. And what was the last one?
Who's your final score? Who's gonna win and player of the game?
Oh yeah, 27-21 Panthers. Adam Thielen, player of the game.
Damn, optimism. 27-21. All right. Adam Thielen balling now. Adam Thielen's about to get 2 or 3 to make up for last week, bro. What's up? Let me see. Let me go to my man Sean. Sean, you know I appreciate you, bro. Give me your final score. Who wins and who's the player of the game, dog?
Okay, I hate to say this, man, but I think the Eagles win 34-23, and the player of the game is Saquon Barclay. I hate it so much, bro. But
it's logical shit.
It really is. It really is, man. Hey, Jake, you still in here, brother? Big Jake.
I'm still here.
Yes, sir. What's up, bro? Give me your final score, player of the game, and who wins this thing, man.
All right. So 28-17, Eagles win. Player of the game is Saquon Barclay.
All right, lots of Barclay love. Everybody, Barclay about to run all over the place. Hey, I hear it, man. Yo, you know he's got to prove us wrong. With the team, has to prove us wrong. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Let me go to my man Poppin from the Black Cat Panther Podcast. Y'all check him out. Pop, you know I appreciate you as always, brother. Give me your final score.
I appreciate y'all tuning in on C3 and the Legion. Check me out on the Black Cat Panther Podcast. Anybody want to talk after the show? I'm gonna stay in the background.
All right.
Saquon Barclay is gonna be the guy. This man is on a mission. This man is an android, an alien, a vulture, a creature. He's all that and above. I hope we get at least one highlight where somebody hits some head up. That's the only way you're gonna put some fear in that man's heart. You gotta put it on him. Don't know who's gonna be able to do that.
All right.
38-17. I still think we're gonna struggle in the red zone.
Yeah.
And keep pounding.
Keep pounding. I mean, hey,
I'll stay in the background, man.
A 40 burger, that wouldn't be unexpected, but I hope it don't happen. Let me go to my man Twan Don from the 704 Charlotte Brown Show. Twan, I appreciate you, brother. Give me your final score, player of the game, and who's gonna come away with the dub, bro?
So I can be superstitious with sports, man, and so I haven't been given like scores, and we've been playing great without giving scores. I look to see what the team gonna do, and must I say to all of y'all today, man, in terms of these predictions, that y'all make me sick with the Barclay talk.
Oh shit!
With the Barclay talk, because my player of the game is they got to deal with Chuba Hubbard too.
Let's go.
Chuba said I'm top 5 too.
Chuba.
train.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm with it, bro.
Let's get it.
I'm with it, bro. Hey. And you know what? It's not even a Tuesday night, but I need to ice up everybody that was talking mad shit about my dog Chuba, bro.
Let's go.
I feel like he had a problem
with some
shit.
baby.
Bro, put some respect on my man, bro.
Fuck out of here, man.
Hey, I've been a fan. Dog. I promise. Day one, buddy.
Let's go, Chuba.
Let's
Chuba
go.
Chuba said I'll get y'all back.
Nowhere.
All right, man. Let me go to my man C3 Cole. Cole, you know I appreciate you, brother. Give me your final score, player of the game, and who's coming away with that dub, bro?
I don't think I could ever do any kind of content if I say anybody other than Saquon Barclay right now. So I've joined the train with that. I think they're gonna whip our ass in the first half, Cody, and then slow it down in the second half. It's gonna be 27-13 Philly.
All right, 27-13. All right, man. Panther Pickle dipped out a little bit early. You know, he had to go to bed, man. That ice cream probably hit him heavy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out,
Ice cream ran through him.
This should have sit on you.
He
Yeah,
tried a new
man.
brand this week.
But
cream, man.
I told him to stop eating that.
hey,
pep.
man, I have it on. I have it on good authority. He got that Bluebell this time, and you know.
Oh,
that
he's going to sleep.
Oh, that should have put you out, bro.
Bro,
Everybody knows.
Bluebell is the shit.
That's it, bro. Push your ass out.
Man, that's some good ass ice cream. Bluebell, not
yeah,
that
man.
Blue Bunny shit.
Yeah.
The Bluebell.
Yeah, I think it's
Blue
got
Bell,
the
that's
cow.
right, bro. The
It
Blue
comes in a
Bell.
round.
Bell,
It comes
or
in
my-
a.
Yes.
Ain't it blue
It
or
comes in
no?
a. It comes in a circular tub.
And it gotta have the cow
Yeah.
on the front. The
Yeah,
people
you gotta
and
have
the
the cow,
cow
bro. That's
and
important.
the cart. If it ain't
That
them,
Bluebell is the
it ain't
shit.
legit, bro. But hey, man, last but never least is the brand ambassador, D's Ill
Bring it
Skills,
home,
brother.
D's.
I appreciate you, man. There wouldn't be a free for all without you. Give me your final score. Who's gonna win? And give me your player of the game, my brother.
Thank you so much for everyone that's joined the C3 Panthers podcast tonight. We've had a great time discussing this team. Just remember, this show right here, the Friday Free For All, is for the fans and by the fans. If you got an opinion about this Carolina Panthers team, join and be a part of this show. We want to hear your Panthers opinion. We may squabble over what your opinion is and whether it's right or wrong, but listen, it doesn't matter. Cody's opinion, Tony's opinion, my opinion, Twan's opinion, it doesn't matter to the Carolina Panthers. It's all the same weight. And each opinion is important to this podcast. So make sure you tune in. And not only that, be a part of it if you would like to. Looking forward to this Sunday. This Sunday has a parental advisory on this game. We are set up for a bad experience. If you are soft-hearted, if you're not one of those people that are ride or die for the Carolina Panthers, if you're not one of those that's looking to pick apart what's going to happen in this game, don't tune in. Spend your time with your family. Do something else. We're set up for a bad situation, like many of the panel members have told you. We have the worst run defense in the league. We're set up against a record-breaking running offense. That we're going to their house in the cold, in the snow, in Philadelphia with the rowdiest fans in the NFL. But if you're a diehard, if you're a C3 Legion member, if you're somebody that's a super fan of the C3 Panthers podcast, I want you to keep a little hope and watch for these Carolina Panthers on Sunday. You never know what might happen. We might just win 27-24. I remember back in the day, there was a guy that had 3 interceptions in the playoffs against the Philadelphia Eagles to lead us to a victory. And that might happen once again. I'm going to name my player of the game, Jaycee Horn, to get not only his first pick 6 for a touchdown, but his second in this game. Jaycee Horn is going to shine and be our player of the game and lead us to a victory on Sunday, because this is a C3 Panthers podcast, and we only know one thing to do, Cody, and that's to keep pounding the C3.
Keep pounding C3 Legion. Until next time, keep it pounding, baby. Let's go.
Keep pounding.